Why did I defend you swinging? Why did I defend you swinging? That funny old tune will drive me to ruin. It came along and made me a slave. Now I'm craving things that I should crave. It came along and made me a slave. Now I'm craving things that I should crave.
Hello everyone, welcome to another Sovereign Citizen Watch. How are we all doing? I hope you had a good weekend. I just got back from the UP, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. If you're not from this area and don't know what the UP is, went to a wedding. It was fun. Hope everyone else had a nice weekend. We're in the middle of a hype train. This side of my bangs doesn't want to cooperate, and we're all just living life. How's it going? 78% to level 1 on the hype train. Annie Kai, thanks for subscribing with Prime. Chippers the Squirrel, thank you for 15 months. Says, am I being detained? Yes, you have to stay for the rest of the stream now. That's the law. Bubble Homestead, thanks for 100 bits. Oh, 200 bits, actually. Says, I'm sitting in Texas hoping the grid holds, and it's 100 degrees and rising. Whee! Don't worry, I'm sure the governor getting a bunch of cryptocurrency crypto mining operations to waste energy in Texas was very worth it. Good state leadership. Seriously though, I hope you're able to stay cool. I really hope the grid holds. Strumbly for Wi-Fi says, sup Hannah, I had an epiphany the other day that Man Dark from Dexter's Lab is probably a coded trans mask character and I can't stop thinking about it. Here's a clip compilation of him if you think you can't play it, no big deal. Yeah, I'm gonna try and avoid copyrighted clips. Last stream, the whole stream got muted because of something I played, so I couldn't even, like, upload it to YouTube. It's annoying. KR Goss, thanks for 22 months. Will I Am Not Okay, thanks for 5 months. We're at 36% to level 2. Will I Am Not Okay says, I've seen a lot of Andrew Tate on the internet lately, starting to piss me off. I'm going to smoke one last joint in Cali before flying home to Texas. Enjoy the joint. Yeah, people seem to have clued in on the cringe that is Andrew Tate, so he's been showing up in people's videos making fun of him, which is good. That's what he deserves. He's a bad guy. Poetic Fox, thanks for 16 months, says, hey Hannah, I've got COVID and I'm out of work for the next several days. Ooh, sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better soon. Yours truly, the One Pony, says, new chick tract is hot off the presses. Oh god. No way in. The chick tracks just haven't been as funny since Jack Chick died. I don't know. I'm just skimming through. The art's worse too, if that's even possible. I know Baja and I have to do a Chick Track stream coming up here as a reward for the subathon from last month, so we'll probably throw that one in since it's the newest one. Video talking about Tate and why he's not so good. Yeah, 36 minutes long though. I'll save it for myself. Bittergrin, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. Briar Rose, 1984, says, hey Hannah, have you watched RRR? My wife and I watched it this weekend. It was amazing. RRR. I don't know what that stands for or what it is. 95% to level 3. So we're getting closer to level 5. Banana, banana. MH Darkbeast with 50 bits says, hey Hannah, Rem Lazar lives. Thought you'd dig this. Let's see.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna throw me Sharpest in the shed.
I saw this. Baja sent me this the other day. Bumble Homestead, thanks for gifting a sub. For those who don't know, Rem Lazar is coming to Blu-ray. I don't know if you guys know what Rem Lazar is, but Rem Lazar is coming to glorious 1080p, and I'm so excited. Krizia, thanks for 23 months at Tier 2. Appreciate it. Briar Rose 1984 says, here's a link to the trailer.
British ప్రభుత్వానికి ఎదురు
I don't want to play a trailer. Like I said earlier, like, even though I probably should be able to play this, the whole stream got muted last time because of something, and I'm trying to be more careful about it. I actually think I have heard of this, so I'll check it out at some point. Rem Lazar. Rem Lazar, Rem Lazar. 69% to level 4. Nice. Science saves, thanks for a tier 1. 91% to level 4. Rem Lazar. Finish off the hype train. We'll Rem Lazar. We'll Rem Lazar, because why not? Sorry, Ashiboo. Ashiboo said, I bought these new babies home a few days ago. I just have to show them off. Can you post me the link again?
It wasn't just a dream, was it? He really
Unless I can
was
find
here,
it.
right?
I found it, actually.
I think. I mean, as usual, he was here when we needed him most. But it was different this
Pepper
time.
Jack and
It felt
mozzarella.
like he really was here.
Cute.
Good morning.
Rem, you're alive! You can talk!
Quixotic vision, I can.
Quixotic vision, I can.
Touch. I can feel. I can hear. And I can see.
Why?
You needed me.
How?
You believed in me.
Where?
From within your mind, no one else can find the life that you inspire. From another place, not from outer space, from some place even higher. Rem Lazar. Rem Lazar. I can touch, I can feel.
Can you imagine how glorious this is going to be in
So much
HD?
more than a fantasy. I can run, I can jump, I can dance and sing. Believe in yourself and do anything.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm guessing honestly, though I am going to get the Blu-ray and I'm very excited for it. I think without the VHS artifacting, it's gonna lose a little bit of its charm. But it'll be interesting. Harold Elbowman, thanks for 11 months, says, 11 months, thank you for being such a delightful madness sommelier for us all. Well, thank you very much for partaking of the various video wines that I provide. Level 4, complete.
From within your mind, no one
10%
else can
to level
find
5.
the life that you inspire. From another place, not from outer space,
but from some place even higher. Rem Lazar. Rem Lazar.
I can walk, I can talk.
If this got picked up when you watch this as a show, I
I
mean, yeah, it's funny. Not like unironically, but like as a cheesy bad thing, yeah. I love Rem.
Next up.
That's the same song again. When did they go to the 9/11? %10 to level 5 still.
Well, what do you think?
It's high. Even higher than the mountain, Zach? Well, it's hard to
tell. The towers are straight up, while the tops of mountains are on top of slanted ground.
Look to the very top. Is that the highest point of imagination?
Is that the highest point of imagination? The towers were built by human beings, always imagining higher and better, building higher. You will not find the quixotic medallion here.
This hasn't aged well. It's aged amazingly. Do you know how much better this is because they use the Twin Towers?
Is Borat telling us the truth, Rem?
Rem Lazar had to do 9/11 to stop the face guy.
Do you believe him?
Well, kind of. We can see the top of the building, so we don't have to imagine how high it is.
And we can see birds and planes even higher than that.
And I imagine that you can imagine even higher than that.
While everybody is imagining, please notice the position of the sun. Soon it will set and the day will be no more. Vision. One.
Borat, can't you give Rem Lazar back the quixotic medallion before the sun goes down?
The place it is hidden is still
Oh
too
yeah,
high
they
for
turn
me
him
to
good.
reach.
And he's like, you
night.
what?
My friend.
Please, I want to poke Rem.
Anything.
A minute left on the hype train. Get it to level 5, chat. I believe in
We can
you.
do anything, Borat. Anything.
Yours truly, the one pony says, is there no TikTok videos besides this one of this song? What is it?
Booty, 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 booty.
What the fuck? I'm trying to be careful with music for copyright.
Never be able to train anyone ever again.
Unconditional Prong, thanks for 18 months, says, got my Vinegar Syndrome package on Saturday,
Hate
free
is
films,
contagious.
pure cheese. Taking a break after getting the 4K Criterion of Raging Bull as I want to take a vacation with my girlfriend. Well, nice. I hope you got some good stuff.
And you're catching it.
28% to level 5 with 40 seconds left. Someone gift subs.
Borat, please poke Rem Lazar. Please help us find the quixotic medallion. We don't want to be afraid of you. We don't want to hate you.
What?
Please, Borat. We want to even try to like you.
Bumble Homestead with 200 bits says, oh no, the train!
Like me?
35%.
No one has ever liked me before.
We do like you, Borak.
If you...
Procagom gives 5 tier 1 subs! MH Dark Beast with 50 bits says it's amazing how many shows feature the Twin Towers in the
My
80s and
friends,
90s.
I'm sorry for the problems I
Yeet.
have caused. I
It was
only
the
wish
landmark to
I
show
could
you were in
address
New York
them.
City. Will I am not okay, thanks for 226
Borat,
bits.
can't you give Rem Lazar back the quixotic medallion before the sun goes down?
The place it is hidden is still too high for me to reach. Good night, my friends, and thank you.
What a wild fucking show. I wish that had gotten picked up so bad. Oh, by the way, Marcel Bissett, still on the run. I looked into it, still no updates on anything. He's still on the lam. I know people ask during Sovereign Citizen Days. I assure you, if I knew anything, I'd let you know. He's still wanted by the Manitoba Police, okay? He's still wanted by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. He is still in parts unknown. Alright, let's get into this stuff. Should we start with a courtroom thing, or should we start with like a traffic stop thing? Or we could do a frauditor. Those are pretty good. Bumble Homestead says, which is probably what made the World Trade Center a target. Yeah. Yes. It was emblematic of a target of like America's economic domination that was happening in the 90s, early 2000s. I mean, you know, more so. Financial capital of the world. Freaking Out 99 says, I'm obsessed with port wine cheese right now. I bought a massive block of this stuff. Cheese is absolutely delicious. So, very true. Let's start with Delete Lawz, because why not? Delete Lawz has still been out doing stuff. here he is, doing something that would get a lot of people shot. He's gonna walk up to a cop during a traffic stop that he has nothing to do with. Yeah, this is not a good idea. Freaking Out 99 says, I'm obsessed. Oh, I read that one. Apologies.
Got her! Way to go, Copper! Way to go! Good job, bro! You got her! Nice job! You are the man, Copper! She's out here in the desert driving and you got her? Way to go, man!
I don't know if you know this about cops, but they're jumpy and nervous and afraid for their lives constantly because their training tells them that everyone is going to stab them in the eyeballs at all times. So, cops don't like when you just walk up when they're in the middle of a traffic stop. There's a good chance they'll shoot you. I'm not saying that's right. It's not. I'm telling you, if you live in America, you need to be careful around cops, because they will kill you. Please be careful out there. Bittergrin says, if this man wasn't white, he'd have been shot so many times by now. Yep.
This is probably some of the best work I've ever done. I use Techline versus Danforth because you have a right to stop when you travel in America. It's a fundamental case, and you should definitely know Techline versus Danforth, but this is one of the best.
Here's Surely the One Pony says, have you ever heard of Cat Kerr? No, I have not.
Audits I've ever done, because I don't use any curse words, and at the same time, I break this cop down to absolutely zero. Enjoy the audit. Oh man, another copper, another copper. And this is gonna be Techline versus Danforth. I have every right to pull over, and since I'm a little bit pissed off, I'm just gonna let him know. Man, good thing for him. Good thing for him. Thank God we have him. Dude, thank God. Yes. Got her! Way to go, Copper! Way to go! Good job, bro! You got her! Nice job! You are the man, Copper!
It's not even like he's just standing there and filming. He's yelling at the cop and approaching him. Again, in a better world where cops are trained better, yeah, this shouldn't be an inherently threatening situation, but again, cops are trained to assume everyone has a weapon and that they want to use it on you. Especially if you're doing something and they start approaching you like this. Like, this is sus as fuck to a cop. This is so stupid on Chili's part. Chili is Delete Lawz' nickname.
Copper. She's out here in the desert driving and you got her? Way to go, man. Dude, you got her. You got her ticket, dude. Get some money for yourself. Way to go, brother. Maybe you can go to court on your off time and get overtime pay. Way to go. You must feel like a real champion. Is he giving you a ticket? Is he giving you a ticket? Good thing for you. Listen, there's hardly...
Is he giving you a ticket? Could have waited for one answer before you asked 3 times, Chili. You seem like you're kind of hyped up right now. Maybe take it from a 10 to a 6.
Anybody out here, I mean, once in a while a car passes, but they got you out here, bro. Thank God you're here, huh? You can try that, but I'm a constitutional law scholar. Techline versus Danforth, 1943. I have every right.
When he says constitutional law scholar, he means he has a high school education and access to Google, which, as we all know, has worked out great for America. The kind of people who don't trust expertise in people who've gone to college, but instead look their own shit up on the internet and just make their own opinions and think that they're as smart as experts because they know how to use a keyboard. We all know how well that's gone in every avenue of American life. Politics, healthcare. We're fucking nailing it, guys, okay? We've successfully privatized everything, okay? You don't need no stinking doctor. You go online and you find out what horse paste you have to take today. America.
To stop anywhere I want in the United States of America, and if you do it, I will sue your ass personally for malicious prosecution.
Chili, where are these laws that you say you're gonna sue everyone? You can't sue everyone, Chili.
It's against my rights. Oh, call for backup! There's a guy with a camera! Call for backup, piggy! I can't stand these filthy pigs. I'm really sorry they're giving you a ticket. I can't stand them.
She probably would get out of here faster if you didn't do this. Because, like, if I was in a traffic stop, which has only happened twice in my life, luckily, first time was, I was like 17 and I was genuinely speeding. It was my birthday. I wanted to get home. I was being dumb. The second was, taillight was out. And it was just like, hey, your taillight's out. Cool. Dealt with it. So, if someone tried to come up and interfere during a traffic stop that made me have to sit there for like 20 more minutes because they wanted to be like a big man in front of a camera and look cool to his audience, I'd not only be embarrassed, I'd be super annoyed.
So just so you know, this is the 1943 case of Techline versus Danforth. What that says is that I can stop
She doesn't care, Chili.
anywhere I want in the road. I'm free to travel anywhere I want, anytime I want. These filthy pigs, though, what they do is they pull you over for no reason. They pull you over for no good reason. And so now you're gonna have...
Do you even know the reason she was purportedly pulled over? Like, it's possible she was actually speeding, or, like, was driving erratically, or had an out taillight stay time, so I don't know how visible that would be. But, like, an expired license plate tag. Who knows, Chili? There are real reasons people get pulled over.
Have to pay a higher insurance premium, right? You've never been pulled over before? Are you... Oh, man. Oh, man.
Genuine question. This is not an allegation of any sort against Chili. This is just a thought. Did he pass this young woman who is in a traffic stop and he went, haha, look at that young woman. I bet if I stop and I fucking do my shit at the cop towards her, she'll think I'm super cool and protecting her. Like, was that his... Like, if it was like a dude in the car, I don't know if Chili would have stopped in this particular case, is all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I mean... You got her, dude. You got her. Thank God. You got this, babe. Dude, thank God you got this,
He's hitting on her.
babe. Thank God. You better get... You know what? Let's cuff her up, dog. Let's cuff her up. Let's kidnap her. Huh? Huh? You can see it on Delete Lawz. You're live right now. There's 350 people watching. Go to YouTube and go to Delete Lawz. Copper! This is your life, bro! This is your whole life! This is what you do, dude! This is your life! This is...
Yeah, she looks young.
what you do! This is your whole thing, bro! Thank God for you, dude! I'm so grateful you exist! Without you here, dude, she would have probably killed somebody. You have saved the day today, Piggy. You have saved the day. Man, you feel safer? Do you feel safer? Good thing for you, Piggy. Good.
It's a very weird question within this context, because she's not the one being, well, I guess in theory, speeding laws are for the protection of the driver as well, but mostly they're for the protection of other people in society. If she was speeding, for instance, and again, we don't know the reason for the traffic stop, it hasn't been given, but if she was speeding, then the one being protected right now would be society from her irresponsible driving, right? I'm not saying she's inherently an irresponsible person, everyone makes mistakes, but that is a thing that we've decided collectively through our representative governments that, like, hey, you know what would be a good idea? If people kind of had to have a speed limit. Depending on the context of where they are, what the road is like, the conditions, whatever. That's not unreasonable as a public safety measure.
Good thing for you. Let me see your phone.
You're surely the one Pony says, since you don't know who Kat Kerr is, she's another so-called prophet, but she also claims she visits God in heaven and tells people what heaven is like. She also says, hell has its own heaven, but it's a false one. I've definitely seen her before in brief clips, because she's related, I think she believed QAnon type stuff too. I'll have to check her out sometime and watch her.
What's that?
Yeah, I've covered her, but I didn't know that was her name, and it was only in brief clips. I've never watched like a full thing she's done. Sky Comet says, I just arrived and I see this. OMG, Chili, just stop already, you insufferable twat.
You are watching. There it is. Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, I forgot to turn my rainbow on. There.
My name is Chili. Okay, Piggy, I gotta go. I gotta go see the dentist. Well, I mean, you're making... You want to make sure she goes home safe, right? I mean, you're not gonna... I mean, you don't kill them till the night. You don't... You guys don't typically murder people till the night, and then you murder people like crazy. But this is your life, dude. Where's the victim here? Is there a victim anywhere around?
That's not how it works, Chili. Again, this is what frustrates me about Chili. His criticisms in general about the police and their lack of accountability and the fact that they kind of get away with a ton of shit and the police don't care. I get it. Those are valid criticisms. I totally understand that. But then he does the most obnoxious shit that makes him and everyone who also has valid criticisms of the police look like idiots, and then he mixes it in with total bullshit. Who's the victim? That's not how this works. That's sovereign citizen rhetoric. They think that there needs to be, so corpus delecti, or body of the evidence, is a concept in the law that basically says in order for someone to be, you know, not indicted, what's the word? Like, if you want to stop someone or bring them in for, a crime, or want to charge them with a crime, there needs to be corpus delecti, the body of the evidence. It basically means there needs to be some sort of proof materially that a crime actually occurred. The example often given for corpus delecti is, for instance, a witness to a crime or a victim who can attest that the crime was committed against them. Sovereign citizen types, and it bleeds over into people like Chili as well, unfortunately believe that the only form of corpus delecti, because that is an oft-used example, is a direct individual victim. What they don't understand is that society as a whole can be the victim, and not only that, but the corpus delecti doesn't have to be an individual person victim. It can just be the cop saw you commit the crime, right? Or the alleged crime, whatever. The cop's attestation of seeing you do that is corpus delecti. Just telling you, that's how it works.
Where's the victim? I mean, the victim's right there. That's the victim. You made the victim, brother.
If she was speeding, it again would be society. There are laws that are preventative in nature, right? There are laws that are preventative. So, like, speeding is a crime, or at the very least some sort of civil infraction that you have to pay a ticket for, right? There's no direct victim there because nothing happened, but it's intended to try and stop you from taking action in the future that could harm people, right? Same idea. If you get caught drunk driving or under the influence of something like marijuana or any other drug, then you're impaired while driving, you are putting other people in danger. Even if you haven't actually hurt anyone yet, preventatively, there are laws against that. There are also laws against things like attempted murder and robbery. Like, you doing something irresponsibly or illegally but not having done it yet and actually harmed someone doesn't mean you're free. Tea with Goblin says, "Good morning, Hannah. Hello, chat. What a delight to see your, delectable corpus again. Hope you're all recovered from the subathon." I am. Thank you very much.
You created the victim. And you're... Oh, no, what I do is I travel the country suing cops. That's what I do.
No, you don't. You just do this.
No, because you guys are tyrants.
What's the
There's
last
no
cop
checks and
you
balances.
sued? What's the last cop you sued, Chili, that you not only filed paperwork, but it didn't get dropped and actually went to trial? When is the last trial you had in any lawsuit you filed, Chili? Has there been a single one? Have you gotten a single one to the courtroom? I'm guessing no.
If there was checks and balances, then you guys wouldn't be such tyrants. But there's no one looking over your shoulder. Oh, I'm always looking over your shoulder. Yeah, but we don't get access.
The last known suit he filed got dropped because he didn't follow up. Mild shock.
To the cameras, you guys keep it from us. Give me your card. Do you want to have an interview? What's your name?
ID 18464.
Okay, so then...
Phone number to my office, 760-540-0294.
540.
My lieutenant has kept McNamara.
Whenever those two ladies he drug into stuff, I honestly don't know. I don't know if they dropped him or what, but he's not in that town anymore, I don't think.
Anything else?
No, I'm just... Right, but where...
Galaxy Rule might know. I think Galaxy Rule usually knows a lot of the backstory of the Chili stuff, because I tune into the Chili stuff occasionally, but if I remember correctly, Galaxy Rule watches more coverage from, like, Blue Bacon and stuff, who covers Delete Lawz much more in-depth than I ever have, so maybe Galaxy Rule knows.
Where's the accountability? Who's the person looking over the captain?
Not to put you on the spot.
Who's looking over his shoulder?
Just know you've
So then you have an
these
allegiance
discussions
to
before.
rankings instead of the Constitution. Is that right? You have to do what the chief says, right?
You know more than me.
I do know more than you. I'm just helping you. I'm just helping.
One of them got arrested again, and he went into histrionics about how she has a baby in the belly. Masshole Report covered it. It was hilarious. Thank you. You always know so much about this. It's helpful.
But thank God you got her. I mean, thank God you got her. I mean, I wanted to pull over and thank you, Piggy. Thank God you're here. Thank God for you, dude. I mean, look, tell me what else you're doing. You're making money, you filthy pig, and this woman's the victim of you. You are the problem.
Chili's your current favorite lol cow. I get that. He's pretty good.
You're the problem
Has Chili tried to sue me yet? He is not.
in our society.
I'm not big enough for that to be a thing. See, I like the size of my channel. Don't get me wrong. If my channel all of a sudden got much more popular, I certainly wouldn't complain. But I'm at the size of a channel where I get to cover stuff like this, and I don't usually come under the crossfires. The closest to that was, like, Call for an Uprising, and he's a literal psycho. So, I don't know. I'm at a pretty good size where things like that don't tend to happen to me.
It's all you, dude. You are the...
I feel like I just jinxed it. I'm gonna get served by Chili tomorrow. He's gonna send me a Facebook message. Did you guys see that? He tried to send someone a legal cease and desist notice over Facebook Messenger via a friend, which is not how that works.
problem. I mean, you literally are a pig, a welfare recipient, making money off the people of this country. No, you're a pig.
What happened to Terrence Popp? He's still doing stuff. I just don't cover him as often because it's just the same drunk, divorced dad energy rants about how he hates women and thinks society is collapsing because no-fault divorce exists and because his kids won't talk to him because he's an asshole. It just wasn't as interesting. I'll look into it. Next time we do Chud Watch, which will be later this week, maybe Wednesday, I'll see if there's anything new from him that's worth checking out. I know it's been a while.
You don't got to worry. There's 500 people watching. I'm not going to attack you, bro. You don't got. No, go. Oh, for officer safety, right? From what? Terry versus Ohio. Right. From Terry versus Ohio. Oh no, I actually am. Here's your ticket, ma'am. Here's your ticket. Here's your ticket. Go ahead, Piggy. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Oh, you're scared. Trust me, you are scared. Without the badge and gun, you'd be terrified of me, bro. You'd be dead set scared of me. Guarantee it, dog.
That's such a weird thing to say to anyone. Anyone who's in any situation and they act like this with the whole, like, posturing of, like, oh, you don't want to fuck with me, bro. I'm so fucking... If you... It just screams fucking insecurity to me. It's wild. H-Bird says, remember when Terrence Popp said we were 48 hours away from the apocalypse in February of 2021? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Guarantee it. There's no victim, dude. Let her go. Oh, as soon as she signs off, you got to road pirate her. Good for you, Piggy.
Road pirate.
Hey, you know what? That's another fine you can get for the state, bro. Another fine. Good for you. Good for you. Congratulations, Piggy. Congratulations. I'm gonna grab a flyer out of my car. Just so you know, I'm going to grab a flyer so you don't get scared. Oh, you're scared, right?
Yeah.
I know you are. Trust me. I know you are.
Hello,
I know you are.
Lance.
I know
How
that
you
for
doing?
a fact. I'm getting a flyer for the girl, not for you. Right. Good thing for that Piggy, man. Whoa, he's here saving the day. It's a good thing for him. a good thing for that pig.
This guy comment says, I'm sick. I took a COVID test. At least it's not that again, but I feel like shit. Well, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better soon.
Fuck him. Fucking pig. Fucking disgusting maggot. Out here being a parasite. Out here stealing from people. That's my flyer. You want to invoke your Fifth Amendment right? Don't answer any questions. None. Just show him when it says I answer questions, just invoke your Fifth. Sign your ticket so he can make some money. Sign some. He's making. Who's the victim?
The cop doesn't. He knows cops don't like personally get the money from the tickets they write, right? He makes it sound like this guy is gonna pocket the money in whatever this ticket is.
Again, where's the victim at, sir? Where's it at? Where's it at, Piggy? Where's the victim? Where's the victim? Where's the victim? See, you create me, brother. You create me. You create me. You.
Okay, it's not Batman and the Joker. Calm down.
You
created me, Batman. That was the worst Joker voice anyone has ever done in history. What the fuck was that?
Create this, dude. You create this. Now, if I didn't have to go to the dentist, I would. Are you done, Piggy?
Go to the dentist, Chili. God, go get your teeth cleaned.
Did you give her money? Did you get her money? Did you get her money? Well, I'm talking to her right now. I'm having a conversation. I don't have to do it right there. Techline versus Danforth says I have the right to travel anywhere in the United States of America, and you can't impede that right, pig. Now take off. There's 500 people, 411 people watching. Why don't you take care, Piggy?
Thanks. Oh, it was 500 a couple minutes ago. Guess 90 people didn't find that very interesting. Morok says, let's be honest, if the Joker were real, he'd be like this. He'd be like that time Alex Jones painted his face as the Joker, if the Joker were real. Sky Comet says, this poor woman be like, just let me get my fine and go on with my life. She's the only one I feel sorry for. And the Langren, thanks for 4 months, says, is there a running tally of states Chile has outstanding warrants in? It's only one, to my knowledge right now. It is Ohio. Which is good, because that's my buffer. He can't come to Michigan unless he takes, like, a boat now, right? Because if you look at the United map of the U.S. Oh, shit, you're right. I forgot about Indy. Oh, no. Okay, he could come through... Okay, Indiana. He needs to get in trouble in Indiana. And Wisconsin. And Pennsylvania. And New York. I think we just need to ban Chile from the United States. H-Baird says, Batman's worst villain ever, the Irritator. Bittergrin says, UP and then the bridge. Yeah, could go to Wisconsin, to the UP, down to Michigan, could go through Indiana, boat from Wisconsin or Illinois or Pennsylvania. Sad face. Maybe he's like a vampire and he can't cross water. No, wait, that's running rivers. And I think they can take boats. They just can't cross it with their feet. I don't know.
Day. What's that? How many tickets did he give you? This is your life, brother. This is your life. This is your life. This is your whole life, dog. Let me go. This is your life, dude. This is your life. This is what you've amounted to. What's that? I'll walk you through it. You keep that, text me, and I'll tell you. Okay. Good.
Uh-huh. This guy says, come to Cincinnati, Chile. I'm sure the Hamilton County Sheriffs, or I'll sick the Hamilton County Sheriffs on you, and you can both fight each other. Yes, it's all coming together. Evil hand rubbing.
Sorry this happened to you.
He gave her his phone number.
I'm sorry this happened to you. All right, Piggy, I'm gone, bud. Oh, because I have things to do. Could you imagine that? I did give her a trifold. That's what I did. Just makes me sick. I gave her a trifold. I had one in the car.
gave her the trifold. Where's that thing? Hold on. Very important message from Chili.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Super Necessary Human, and I'm here to help you. So what is intermittent fasting? People think about starving for days on end with no food, and they're dying of hunger. It couldn't be further from the truth. Most people who do intermittent fasting eat every single day. If we're going to define intermittent fasting, it's simply a specific measurable block of time in which you're not eating. The most popular form of intermittent fasting today is...
This is the same guy, if you don't know. Chili tried to do this thing a while ago where he was going to do this character, Super Necessary Human, and he was going to teach people his, like, dude bro gym gains advice about nutrition. It was really embarrassing.
Called a 16-8. That's where you don't consume any calories or up to 50 calories for 16 hours, and then you consume the bulk of your calories over that 8-hour eating window. If you stop eating today at 8 p.m., then tomorrow at noon, that's a 16-hour fast. If you stop eating today at 8 p.m. and then start eating again tomorrow at 2 p.m., that's an 18-hour fast. If you stop eating today at 8 p.m. and then start eating again tomorrow at 8 p.m., that's a 24-hour fast. It's that
Logarth says, more like super annoying human.
easy. Most people who intermittent fast consume calories every single day. I'll give you an example of a 36-hour fast. If you have food this morning at 8 a.m. and then don't eat again until 8 p.m. tomorrow night, that's a 36-hour fast and you consume calories on both days. So what?
I'm not gonna not eat for 36 hours. I'm good. I'd rather just, like, eat reasonably, which historically I haven't done, but, you know, lost a lot of weight recently. Doing better.
Can you intake during your fast? There are 6 or 7 things that I intake during my fast that I'm going to teach you on the next video. And I'm standing here explaining these things to you because it's super necessary.
The next episode never came out. That was it. That was the last one. Oh, Chili. Always looking for a new grift. Yours truly, the one pony with a link, says Texas in a nutshell with a link.
Look, Patrick, I'm Texas. Die, howdy, y'all.
I'm Texas too.
Howdy, y'all.
Get a dog with a longie.
Howdy,
Get a
y'all.
dog.
Howdy,
Get a
y'all.
dog with a longie. Get a dog.
You best cut it out. The stars at night are going dim whenever they have to be over dumb and stupid Texas. Hey, Patrick, what am I now?
Stupid?
No, I'm Texas.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Good afternoon. The 14B District Court is now in session. My name is Elaine Washington, and I'm the judge that will be presiding over this session. The court will call the case of the State of Michigan versus Angela Weems, case number 18S00126.
Always Michigan.
As well as 21W00136.
Good morning, Judge. Kyle Burdell for the state.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Mr. Weems?
Mr. Williams here, and proper persona.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Bannis, I've called the cases already.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Vinny Sathoff, thanks for 10 months. And H-Bird says, missed my bits. Comment referred to Chili. H-Bird said he looked like a rejected Bible Man villain. He did, yeah. Hydrate.
Andrew Bannis. I'm sorry, I had to download Zoom on my computer for some reason. Andrew Bannis on behalf of Mr. Weems for the show cause hearing in the state case.
Thank you. I'm going to address the Well, the PD still represents you in the other case, sir. I have not allowed them to withdraw. So First things first, on the show cause case from 2008.
Do I think CC would fall for sovereign citizen BS? It's possible. I'm not sure, though, because his other conspiracy theories kind of depend upon authorities being all-powerful, and if you included the sovereign citizen stuff of them not having power, it would kind of contradict, but contradictory beliefs aren't a stranger to conspiracy theorists. I want to say no. I think it would be too hard for him to get that to work within his other beliefs. Okie Dad says, let's get this hype train out of the station, y'all. Hasn't been 2 hours since the last hype train. It's got a 2-hour cooldown, so.
When Mr. Weems was here last time, I indicated the court had waived out fines and costs in that particular case. Judge Pope did that back on June 6th, 2019. However, he did not waive the restitution, which is why Mr. Weems is back here today, because the clerks explained to me and advised me that the court had not waived the restitution because the court can't waive the restitution. So the court has no ability to do so. What I am going to do, since this case is so old and we have not been able to collect, is I'm going to do a writ of judgment of restitution for this, so that it can be pursued through the victims of this case. So this court will no longer
Heathen
be
Child, thanks
collecting
for
on the
subscribing.
restitution.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So I will sign the writ of restitution as to that. I mean, the judgment of restitution as to that case.
Thank you.
Mr. Bannis, I think that's the only reason you were here, as well as Mr. Burdell. Is that correct?
I believe so, Judge.
Right. So that matter is resolved, and then we're dealing with the motion to dismiss and the motion to suppress as to the stop on the township case.
Okay. Permission to leave the court?
Permission is granted.
Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you. Permission is
Judge.
granted by Mr. Burdell. All right, on to the 21W1366. Today is the time that we had scheduled for a motion hearing and evidentiary arguments with respect to the motion to suppress in this case.
That's correct, Your Honor. I did attempt to reach out to Mr. Weems via the email address that I had, and I think Mr. Bannis also was assisting with a different email address. What I'm seeking to do is adjourn the evidentiary hearing. Deputy Garlick is the deputy who did the traffic stop in this case. She's actually out of the state in Washington, D.C. this week, is not available. So unfortunately, I didn't hear back from Mr. Weems, but that's my request, is to adjourn to a new date when Deputy Garlick can be present.
All right, when did you send Mr. Weems the request?
I sent him one on May 9. Well, actually,
Mr. Weems?
Your Honor, I'd like to file for dismissal without the complainant being.
Mr. Weems, first of all, if I were to grant your motion, the first thing the prosecutor gets to do is reauthorize the case, and then you end up getting arrested on this particular charge again. So it's a motion, any dismissal is without prejudice. But secondly, my first question is, did you get his request to adjourn this case on May 9th?
No, I don't know I don't know what email you have. I think you might have another email. My email is angelaweems@iCloud.
No, that I'm talking over you for a reason. We're on live, if you know what that means. This is YouTube, so it gets blasted all over the world. I don't think you want the world to know your YouTube address, so that's why I talked over you. So I don't know if you could hear what he said. His email was.
It didn't sound like the one I have.
Okay.
From what I heard so far.
Okay.
I want to dismiss, though, Your Honor.
That's not how this works.
I heard
you
you
can't just
request.
say, I want a dismissal.
Sir, I did.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So, Mr. Barnett.
I think she also explained that any dismissal in this case, for some reason, has to be without prejudice, meaning the prosecutors could just bring the same case against him again. So even if she dismissed it, it would just get brought up again as a new charge, probably?
With respect to, when did you find out that that Deputy Garlick would not be available for today's hearing?
I believe it was the end of the prior week. So I believe the first email I sent to him was on Monday, and I believe I heard the week prior to that when I reached out to Deputy Garlick to let her know about the
Wait, the deputy's name is Garlic? That's a good name.
hearing date. I believe it was Thursday or Friday of that week.
Mr. Williams, do you have a valid license yet?
Yes, I do.
Can you confirm that, Your Honor? Do you have the SOS record?
1 second, I'll get that.
I actually got a road test in a couple of days. I just paid my my last few tickets a couple of weeks ago when they gave me my license.
We're checking it out on Secretary of State's right now.
Yes, ma'am.
It'll take me just one moment, please. Yes, I can confirm that he has a valid license.
Thank you, Your Honor. Given that, I'm going to move to dismiss the case.
All right. This case is dismissed, Mr. Williams.
Look at that! There was actually a sovereign citizen that did the thing. So, this was a case over... He was driving without a license, and he had previous tickets and stuff. And he actually went and listened, and he got up-to-date license, and they're dismissing the case. Look at that. How nice. He paid his tickets, he got his license, everything's good. Hopefully he learned a lesson, though he did start the court hearing with, you know, some bullshit sovereign citizen stuff. Like he said, like, I'm appearing, blah, 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 blah. Sovereign citizen jargon. But still, could be worse. So not bad.
You're muted. Sorry, I muted you because I didn't want your mother's conversation and your conversation to be broadcast all over YouTube. You can hit the unmute button. Can you hit that button? Well, I'm congratulations on getting your license, Mr. Williams. We're very glad that you are valid. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank Mr. Barnett as well. All right. Thank you, sir. Take care.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend, Mr. Barnett.
Well, that was good. Ooh. Remember the Australian guy who's super into sovereign citizen shit? Let's check this out.
Parties to tango, doesn't it? I appreciate you're trying to do the right thing, Matt. I can see that, but you're not. So I've dealt with the cops more than I'd like. There seems to be something about being a free and sovereign being that attracts authority and police.
I think it's probably the fact that your van probably isn't registered, and I doubt you have a driver's license based on how you've spoken before. So I think it's less that they're attracted to you for being a rugged individualist, and more because you keep breaking the law.
To cause trouble. The thing that disturbs me more than the fact that police are known to be outright liars, which I've witnessed firsthand, I have on video, them walking themselves into situations where they've been caught red-handed lying, is it's not the fact that they lie to the people they talk to, it's the fact that they lie to themselves. That they willingly delude themselves into a state of ignorance that is astronomical. They ignore all common sense, all reason and rationality about what they are doing to try and justify their actions, and they defer their responsibility of being a grown man or woman to some arbitrary supposed act or hierarchy in the company, corporation which they work for.
The Australian government isn't a corporation. That's literally something he stole from American sovereign citizens that doesn't even apply the same way to Australia. Not that it matters, because the American sovereign citizen thing about America being a corporation is also bullshit, but he stole bullshit from someone else that doesn't even apply to where he is, but it sounded nice to him, and it justified him not having to get a driver's license in his head, so I guess it's fine. Here's surely the one Pony says, is it just me, or do the sovereign citizens never run into the bad cops, or is the sad truth that if you're white, they'll never treat you badly? I don't know. I don't know. I think it probably helps that because of just the survivorship bias, we're watching videos where someone is filming. I do think when cops are being filmed and they know they're being filmed, they act less shitty. Not always not shitty, but less shitty. So I think that has to do with part of it.
Not only is it childish, it's malicious, and it's detrimental to themselves and the general public at large. I've been at the hand of their indiscriminate, merciless bloody fury and violent tendencies many, many times, and it's a horrible, horrible thing. So what I try and do in this video, I just try my best. That's all I can do every time I speak to the police and have a confrontation with them. This time I was trying to run off an internal script, and it didn't feel as good as I would have liked if I wasn't running off an internal.
No, the raid is from a chud that tried to post a comment a minute ago, but I deleted him before you guys could see it.
Script, but at the same time, the questions I ask are perfectly reasonable, and it's in an attempt to get them to achieve cognitive dissonance within their own mind, to see, hold on, you're actually not doing the right thing. And as I said to one of the cops here, I appreciate you're trying to do the right thing, but you're not. You're not doing the right thing. It doesn't matter what kind of psychotic, neurotic delusions you run through your head. It doesn't matter how much conditioning and programming.
I don't even know what the meme is there, and I don't care to know.
You are not doing the right thing. Fundamentally. Like, in reality, what you are doing is wrong on every single level. There is no justification, no valid logical reason for you to be doing what you are doing. You are wrong. You are so wrong, and you can never, ever, ever be right in what you are doing. There is nothing you can ever do to make something wrong become something right. You are wrong. And that's what I attempt to show these people, these two armed men, in this video.
Okay, so I've just been pulled over by police.
Team with Goblins with 100 bits says, fun fact, while mate is both gender neutral and ubiquitous in Australian parlance, in circumstances like this, it also has the same meaning as when Southerners use bless your heart. Deeply patronizing and vaguely threatening. Rule of thumb, in tend situations, mate means enemy and cunt means friend.
Okay.
Hey mate, how you going? It's Cop Parks, Gold Coast.
G'day mate, I'm doing pretty well.
Good,
yourself?
Thanks, yeah, good, thanks.
What's
So,
up?
mate, the reason
Is
for
it...
the intercept is the motor vehicle's unregistered.
Okay, is there an emergency?
Okay, so like I said, his car that he drives around in, films his videos in, don't know if he lives there, don't care, not my business, is unregistered, which you're not allowed to do in Australia, or the United States, or the UK. As far as I understand, they all require the registration of vehicles that are used on public roads.
The motor vehicle's unregistered, mate.
Oh, okay. Is there immediate danger though?
It's not the point. Cops aren't only there to stop immediate danger, and in fact, in the United States, they don't really have to do that at all. They just have to arrest people once the dust settles. Thanks, Supreme Court. Either way, this is not... I don't even know what to say about stuff like this anymore. It's just so frustrating when there are so many actual issues in the world, and you see people bitching about having to get a driver's license, and it's like... I wish I had that few issues in my life. I wish so few issues actually affected me that I had to make up things to be upset about.
Is it, you get a driver's license, mate?
Sorry mate, you've just declared an emergency. I just need to know if there's any immediate danger.
Aries, thanks for subscribing.
Conversation with you.
Well, okay, so there's no immediate danger?
Can you produce your driver's license?
We can. I'm happy to. Oh, I'm happy to talk about that after I establish my safety. Because you've just declared.
So is there
oh my God. Be able to see first?
What the fuck is that? That's unwatchable. Why did you even post it?
Got it right here. We all voted.
Listen to that. That's better.
My van. I'm reading their system arrest because the mafia will violently attack you. This is a very interesting.
The police officer exercising powers.
So who did you? So what is a very interesting thing is that I had number plates on my van to not draw unwanted attention from the mafia. So I was only doing it on.
So basically you have a fake license plate or an outdated license plate on your car so that at first glance the cops don't see anything suspicious. They don't have a reason to necessarily check it, but they did for some reason. Maybe they were just sitting around and they were checking license plates around them. And they saw that yours was unregistered, or there was a sticker. In the United States, at least in Michigan, there's like a sticker you place on your license plate that signifies that it's up to date, and it changes color depending on the year, so the cops can easily look at it and go, out of date. Don't know if that's a thing in Australia.
Under duress. I wanted plates because, from my past experience having cardboard plates, because other cops stole my other plates. What?
They stole your other plates. I assume they confiscated your fraudulent fake license plate. Baja, thanks for 26 months. I love you too.
My other videos for the explanation on that.
Is there a sovereign citizen as scary as Marcel? Delete Lawz is pretty close. Delete Lawz is less unstable than Marcel, but I think he's a scarier individual because I can actually see Delete Lawz doing stuff.
These number plates with a 3-month rego right under duress, so it's a null and void contract. I'm not actually giving my possession
that
of my van
is
and
real
home
determined
to this
today.
corporation. I'm literally just doing it under duress because the mafia will violently attack.
Troll in chat, just for the record. I'm just gonna ban you before anyone even sees your messages. Do you have other things you could do with your Nazi time? I don't know. Go burn some books or be an embarrassment to the human race. I don't know. Just get the fuck out of here.
If you don't have plates, as I know from first-hand experience. So, what happened in this following incident is that my rego had expired literally like 1 or 2 days within that time frame out of the 3 months. I didn't even know. And then, yeah, they've pulled me over, and then the following incident. But also, another interesting thing is that they didn't mention anything about a suspended license or spur suspended or anything like that, which according to their system, the last I heard, it was suspended, but they didn't mention anything about that, which I just...
CJ Oracle, thank you for 18 months. That's a sub baby. Says watching Sovereign Citizen watch from my law office. Nice. This sub baby's name is going to be Marcel De Castro.
Find interesting, and I've also been to the courts in the past for driving.
Oh, it muted for me. It didn't mute for you guys. Interesting. Why did my earphone stop working all of a sudden? Let me... Is it gonna work now?
With a suspended license.
Ooh, my stomach is rumbling. I am hungry. Hold on, I gotta try and figure out why my headphones stopped working real quick. Go into my Bluetooth settings. I probably just have to disconnect and reconnect. That's usually what it is. He got arrested for protesting during lockdowns. Funny. Did it connect? Is it good now?
Right, because...
Boo! Please work. This happened during the subathon, too, and I don't know why? Disconnecting. Okay. Okay, I tried to connect again. Let's try it. No, they're still not showing up. Okay, I'm gonna have to reconnect them entirely. One sec, I apologize. Gotta reconnect my Bluetooth stuff. Remove device. Yes. Oopsie. Let me put it into pairing mode. If it'll work. Pairing mode. Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? There we go. Connecting. Is the future great? I miss the Dr. Pepper beans. It's still not detecting them as, like, headphones, though. Why? They're headphones. In a second, I'll just go grab wired ones, but it's annoying to me when this happens. There we go. Maybe. Thanks, Molly Fudd, for a video of his arrest. I'll check it out. See, it says the device is ready to go, but then it's not? It's clearly not? Okay. I'm just gonna go get wired headphones, because I don't want to deal with this right now. Be right back. Oh wait, maybe I might actually have some sitting up here from the subathon. Maybe not, though. Okay, I guess not. I gotta go grab some from my purse. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. And I grabbed some smoked Gouda that I ate, so. Okay. Okie Dan, thanks for continuing your gift sub. Gosh dang wired headphones. Okay, better.
I don't drive. That's a technical commerce term.
It's not a technical commerce term. It literally means you're operating a motor vehicle. Like, that's what you were doing.
What I am now, because you got to reprogram yourself with this, because the word driving, we just
Bookworm 12K, thanks for 3 months, says, hope you're doing well and had fun at that wedding you went to. Always enjoy your streams. It was fun. Thanks.
commonly use it to mean
I missed the horny and the anime. I'm glad I missed 50% of it.
moving a car.
It's your choice to decide which 50%.
Right, but I want to get away from using their commerce terms and get into just the reality of what you're doing. It's just I'm moving my van, I'm relocating my home. That's all I'm doing. And they haven't like put a trademark or copyright or changed those words. So it's a safer approach to use different words that they haven't legalized and put into their system. But yes, in the past I've been arrested with suspended license, went to court about it, and they just...
Why is he doing like this? Suspended license. Was your license suspended? Because then that would be a suspended license.
dismissed the charges of driving with a suspended license. Just dismissed with barely any effort.
I don't believe you.
So that was very interesting that they didn't actually bring up the suspended license, right? It was all just about the unregistered car.
Hey, James.
This fella.
I was going to do a roadside drug test. This is a roadside drug testing unit.
No, thank you. I decline your offer. I decline it. Don't wait. Dude, you just littered. I literally just saw you litter.
Excuse me?
You just littered. Oh, maybe you didn't know. You accidentally dropped some of the plastic. No thanks, mate.
Manner directed by me. I direct you to rotate the tongue around your mouth 3 or 4 times.
No, thank you.
You're going to take this blue tab, you're going to scrape your tongue.
Matt, I just said...
Innocuous Blonde, thanks for 8 months, says, on the cusp of a sub baby. Thanks for 8 months of fun sub time so far. Hannah, well, thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
No, thank you. I don't want to.
That's fine. And then you hand it back to me. Okay? Commence now.
No, Matt, no.
It is an offence which you may be charged if you fail to comply with this crime.
Okay, I'll prefer to take the charge. I'll settle them in court. I'm not doing that.
So what happens there is you don't just leave from here.
What do you mean?
If you do not do this, you can get arrested, taken to the South Court.
What's your name? Senior
Constable Aegis 31362.
Officer Jack Black is not amused. Agreed. He didn't leave Kickaboo for this.
Oh, Aegis.
It's a Pick of Destiny joke. If anyone... No? Okay.
Dude, you grew a beard.
Did he just notice the guy has a beard?
62 is my registration
Oh,
number. South Court.
What's your name? Senior
Constable Aegis 31362 is my registration
Oh,
number.
Aegis.
Aegis,
Dude,
yes.
you grew a beard. Oh, I know you. You've already assaulted me. I'm charging you already. You're already getting charged for attempted murder, armed assault, armed kidnap.
Where is the attempted murdering coming in? Do Australian cops even carry guns? Like, where is he getting attempted murder from?
Really? Do you have no morality, dude?
I'm outlining to you what happens.
Tea with Goblin says that cop looks like he's going to do random roadside drug tests at 5 and a leather daddy party at 6. I jest. No cops at Pride.
If you do not follow...
Just write... Okay, your cops carry guns.
Up a charge.
No, it's not about writing up the charge. What happens from here is, if you do not, you get arrested, you get taken back, and then you get the paperwork, and you get charged for failing to provide, which is comparable to high range driving or driving under the influence of drugs. And then also, you lose the ability to drive. You lose your authority to drive any vehicles until court. Do you understand that?
It just sounds like you're threatening me, Aegis. I already know you are a dangerous, wild man.
Someone telling you something you don't want to know or that you don't want to be true isn't a threat. He's literally just telling you how the law works. Like, you could talk about the implicit threats that exist within society because arguably, like, yes, society, because of the social contract and the fact that we all have to sort of live together and understand how to work together and compromise, there is coercive tactics. There's quid pro quo. There's, if you don't do this, there are consequences. Because we live in a society. The Joker taught me that. It's true, though. So, yeah, that's just how it is. You don't have to like it necessarily, and you can work to change what you don't like. But you also can't just be like, I'm threatened, like when you get a traffic ticket for not having a license. You just sound like a whiny baby when there are real problems in the world. Real problems with policing, in fact.
Do not comply.
Well, I already know your character. Help me. Are you serious, man?
Your obligations.
You're trying to help me. Last time I spoke to you, you almost killed me. I made no attempt to hurt you. You had no justification.
Mate,
I'm still in court. I'm dealing with that. You are a wild and dangerous man.
So,
like the sad thing is, you think you're doing the right thing. You think you're doing the right thing. Like that is self-delusion on a grand scale. Not even the devil can admit to being that deluded.
He compared him to the devil! Actually, he not only compared him to the devil, he compared him disfavorably to the devil, which is pretty impressive.
You are committing an offense which you may be charged and arrested. Do you understand that?
Yeah, the only thing I know is that you are violent, and when I don't do what you yeah. Okay, so I need to know, is this criminal law you're acting upon? What law are you acting upon?
Listen.
I would say the Road Traffic Act, but I'm pretty sure that's the UK, not Australia. In the UK, the answer is usually the Road Traffic Act.
If you do not comply,
No, I'm asking a simple question. I'm asking a simple question, Aegis.
You're going around and around
No,
and around.
okay, but your jurisdiction. Okay, well, this will be...
Yours truly, the One Pony says, for the first time in my life, I saw some Jehovah's Witnesses in the wild the other day. I wanted to give them the go-around, but I was in a hurry to do it. That's a shame.
Taken to court.
That's fine.
Okay, and I'm asking you...
You are not complying with official
and so the court
You are
knows...
listening to the directions. You are complying with directions.
Okay.
You may be charged and you may be arrested. If you fail to comply, your license
you're
will be
threatening
taken
me.
off you. No, I'm not threatening you.
Of course you're threatening me.
What happens?
I
am telling you what happens if you do not...
The promise of violence is a threat. Okay, so like for the court, I will accept your direction according to my terms and conditions.
No,
okay?
not your terms and conditions.
It's done. It's done.
It is the law.
If you give me another direction, you are agreeing to be bound. You are agreeing to be bound into a lawfully binded contract forever, according to my terms and conditions.
That's not how that works.
I will accept your direction. Because you're not.
So are you failing?
I don't want to be. I don't want any violence used against me. Yeah, so that's the only reason I will accept your direction.
Are you going to follow with his comply with his compliance?
Well, only because there's backed by a threat of violence. So I don't want violence issued against me, but I will.
Okay, then I guess that's why that's necessary. You're not going to follow basic road safety laws unless there's a threat of violence involved. So I guess that's why that exists. Congrats, you've basically stumbled upon the basic foundation of coercive, punishment in law enforcement. Oh my god, he did it. He literally explained why there are consequences for your actions.
We'll be charging you for this, because it's forced. It's forceful. It's forced.
Take it for me.
Just once more for the court. Do you have a copy of the contract I signed consenting?
You don't need a contract to consent to be in the world and not have the laws apply to you.
I've told you, but it's yes or no. It's yes or no.
If you do it or you don't, you get arrested.
I've told you. I'm only going to do it because you're threatening me with violence and you are entering into my contract.
No,
yeah, of course you are.
Yeah, and if I don't get up and stream stuff like this, then I can't pay my bills and buy cheeses. What if I just got up one day and was like, I'm not gonna stream because I'm being threatened by not being allowed to buy cheese? Like, how ridiculous would I sound? I'd sound like the biggest whiny asshole. Like, yeah, you need to do basic human society function things. It's fine. It's fine. Just be a person.
There you go, James. Take
okay.
tabs.
So, by me taking...
That said, if anyone out there would like to sponsor my life and just buy me cheese and pay my bills so I can just sit around and watch Star Trek for the rest of my life, I am willing and able.
This you have entered into my contract, my terms and conditions, which is lawfully binding. So what do you want me to do with this thing?
See this? Hold it like this. See these two tabs here? Look, the two pink tabs there?
Yeah, at the top.
Scrape those with your tongue. So make contact, stick your tongue out, make contact with your tongue and scrape it up and down.
Bubble Homestead says, cheese money, largest sponsorship I can afford, sorry. Hey, that's $1. That'll get me towards some cheese. I gotta go back and get some of that really good Wisconsin cheddar, if they still have it, at that local place. It's so good. Okie Dad says, so the sovereign citizen needs the cop to show him the contract he signed, but the cop entered into a contract just by speaking. Yeah, sovereign citizens do that a lot. They're hypocrites. They're hypocrites, as well as being quite dumb.
And twice for me. There you go, thank you.
What have you put onto this, though?
Well, there's been nothing put on there. You've been.
I don't know what you've put onto this.
You watched it the whole time.
Yeah, and by me accepting this, you've entered into my contract. Okay.
That's not how it works. Ram the Fool with 100 bits says, ooh ooh.
So, show me the packet. Let me see the packet.
Oh, come on, you just do it.
Dude, if I gave you something you had no idea about, and I told you put this in your mouth, would you go, hold on a second, mate?
In front of you.
Yes, but I don't know what this company. What's the ingredients? What do they say they put on it?
Oh, this is getting ridiculous.
No, seriously.
This is getting ridiculous.
So, no.
Well, do comply with the direction, or I'll arrest you. Simple as that. Like,
okay, that's a threat of violence. Cannabis and methane. So I'll tell you, I haven't used any drugs. Alright, there you go.
No, from the back of your tongue to the front.
What?
He said from the back of your tongue to the front.
Rublin says, terms and conditions apply. See stores for details. Offer not valid on this level of reality. Hydrate.
Directed by me. No, again.
What do you mean?
Make contact with the tabs. Do it again.
It did make contact.
Again. Show me. Stick your tongue out.
Alright.
And again.
How many times? You said twice.
As directed by me.
Moira Soma says, why do they want him to scrape his tongue? It's a drug test. It's like, it detects either marijuana or methamphetamine. That's apparently what these two test strips do. You swipe it on your tongue and it tests for, I'm assuming, cannabinoids or cannabinoids, whatever it is, and whatever's in meth.
It's directed by you now.
A extreme amount of contact with the two tabs on your tongue, not just a fading
wet,
glance.
you can see
a fading glance. Scrape your tongue for me. Yeah, and give it back to me. Thank you. This test can take up to 5 minutes to come back, so give me a lawful direction, remain where you are, and not move. All right?
Just so you know, I'm going to be taking this to court, and part of my terms and conditions is for you to resign from your job. You'll be asked to give me a public apology as well. And
they kept pretty good composure, but even the cop had to laugh at that one. That's pretty good. Aries says, real talk, favorite type of cheese? Smoked Gouda is a top for me. That's so weird. I literally ate a bite of smoked Gouda from my fridge when I went to go get the headphones because I'm hungry, so I just wanted a bite of something, so I grabbed a bite of smoked Gouda. Interesting. My favorite is gonna be, it's like a stereotype. It's the most basic shit, but Parmesan Reggiano, I really like. Asiago. Really sharp cheddars are great. Anything that's got a real bite, something sharp. I like harder cheeses. I'm not a big fan of soft cheeses unless they're like, if it was a soft cheese that was like quite pungent and like had a strong flavor, it might be fine. But like soft cheeses like mozzarella, I don't like unless it's like on a pizza, especially I'd prefer it with other cheeses and stuff, but MH Darkbeast says, sent you this before, but here is the church for you, Hannah. Ooh. And also I got another, ooh yeah, cheese cathedral. I saw this. I want to go so bad. I don't know where this place is, but I love it. Recently, Baja got me this thing that we used for the subathon that was, you know, various cheeses. And it had, I think it was like this dill seasoned cheese. It was delicious. The herb and dill on this thing was just the bomb.
Resign from your job. You'll be asked to give me a public apology as well. And yeah, part of the terms and conditions is actually going to be a $5,000 fine for threatening me and coercing me and intimidating me.
I wish you the best of luck in that fruitless endeavor.
Because if something's wrong for me to do, like, is it wrong for you to do? Okay, well next time I see you, I'll just do whatever I want to you. I'll have a big group of buddies, yeah? How would you like that?
He just threatened a cop. That's not usually a good call.
You wouldn't. Stop living in ignorance and denial. Bloody Muppets. Bloody Muppets.
Thanks, James. Let's come back and eat it, mate. So it's all good.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks for your time. So issued the infringement. for the unregistered motor vehicle. You'll get that via email. Yeah,
Okay.
You can't drive a motor vehicle. You can apply for a permit online through Queensland Transport. It'll give you a permit to move the vehicle where you need to go. So I don't know, where are you intending on going today?
Or you can pay your registration online now, no problems at all. Then there can't be no issues with your registration.
At this point, I think we've already established that there is a communication error happening here, so...
You know, I think that's the first thing you said that I'd agree with.
There seems to be a common thread with yourself.
If there was a cheese version of Netflix, would you order it? Like I can stream cheese to my mouth? Yeah. If you're talking about like a cheese of the month thing, is that a thing? Ooh, cheese subscription. Now I think I might want to get a cheese subscription box. Is that weird? How expensive is a cheese box per month? It's a decent bit. I can't afford this right now, but at some point in my life, I'd like to get like a cheese of the month thing. I think that'd be great. Frankenmuth has an amazing cheese shop. I gotta go to Frankenmuth. It's called the Cheese House. They have a statue of like a big piece of cheese with a rat on it out front. Tea with Goblin says, Hannah, you need to go to France at some point. I visited a friend in his tiny little village in Normandy. Even in the local supermarket, there was an entire aisle of cheese. An entire aisle of cheese, Hannah. I know. Von Tuck says, that cop has the biggest beard I think I've ever seen on a cop. They don't do beards too often, do they? I gotta imagine it depends on the apartment. How much is it a month? It's $41.95 plus shipping and handling. For the original Gourmet Cheese Club or the Rare Cheese Club is $60 a month plus shipping and handling, which is $14. Like, it's not impossible, but like I can't spend like $60 a month on a cheese of the month thing right now. I'm working on, you know, you guys donated a lot during the subathon to the wedding, so we have a lot of that, but there's that. I'm still making payments on my taxes for this year, which I'm going to be paying off probably until it's tax time next year. So, yeah, not something I can get right now. The USA has definitely, it depends on the place, but like Whole Foods has a pretty good cheese section. There are plenty of places that have really good cheese sections. I have a place near me that I'm not going to say the name of because, again, it would kind of dox me, probably. But they have a really, really huge cheese selection. They're really good, too.
Self.
Well, it's obviously it takes two parties to tango, doesn't it? I appreciate you're trying to do the right thing, Matt. I can see that, but you're not. So as you can see from that video, they told me that they came in peace, yet they weren't peaceful. They threatened me. They declared a false...
Do I like this cheese? What is this? It's just cheese. I feel like there's a reference here I don't get. Is it anime cheese? It's kind of animated like it's anime cheese. I'd eat anime cheese. Probably wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't like the anime part, but, you know. I'll take anime cheese. Where'd it go? Where? There he is.
State of emergency when they said there was no emergency, no immediate danger. They weren't there for my protection, which is what their job is meant to be about, protecting people and responding to emergencies. An emergency has immediate danger. They didn't clarify whether they were there on civil business or on a criminal investigation, and yet they had no proof of a living victim, so they weren't on a criminal investigation. They were just there on civil business, enforcing civil policy to people who have willingly consented to their jurisdiction.
You don't have to willingly consent to jurisdiction. It exists as a thing. A jurisdiction is a set of geographic boundaries within which a certain authority's authority is valid. So within, you know, the city borders of wherever, the city cops have the right to enforce whatever laws, policies, etc. are on the books for that jurisdiction. You don't have to consent. It just is what it is. Like if I go to North Korea, and even though a lot of the laws in North Korea are really messed up and stupid, doesn't matter if I don't consent. they're going to enforce their laws. How does he think this works?
But I had not consented to their
I'm getting a
jurisdiction.
headache.
I told them, you do not have jurisdiction over me. You do not... Well, and then I asked them, do you have a copy of the contract I signed consenting to that act
Not
into
a
your
thing.
jurisdiction? They were unable to provide that. So...
Hold on. I'm being called by Baja. What? I think I have some pretzels in the cupboard. That's food. What else am I gonna eat? I have. Can you just eat like one slice of pizza that I have? The rest I'll save for dinner, but I'll have a slice of pizza. She is concerned that I am too hungry and getting a headache, so she's gonna heat me up a slice of pizza that I have left over. MH Darkbeast says, true love. Oh, the farmer date thing where he gave a block of cheese. I saw this. My little sister wanted to date with a young farmer tonight. He decided to gift her a 12-kilogram wheel of cheese. That's love at first sight. If Baja hadn't gotten to me first, all I'm saying is all anyone would have had to do is cart a large cheese wheel up to me and I would have been yours. But y'all missed out. Sorry.
In all areas, they fail. They failed abysmally. And so I just did the best I could, trying to toe that line before they were actually going to attack me. At one point, Aegis actually grabbed the door, but I'd locked it and put up the window because I suspected, well, not suspected, I know his character, I know he's a wild man. And so I planned that in advance in the expectation.
Montuck says, can we fundraise to send a sovereign citizen to North Korea? That'd be cool content. I don't think that would last much longer than a few minutes after they got off the plane, honestly. Ulvin Inspiration with a link.
Cheese.
Of a possibility of something like that happening. So he touched my van, and I've also got signs on my van. If you trespass without my consent, you are being bound into my contract.
He didn't trespass. That's not how that works.
And whether or not
you were in a traffic stop.
I can get this to actually go ahead is time will tell, and I will try to do what I can. So I'm always trying to refine my approach and get better and better at dealing with the police without, well, while at the same time being true to my own sovereignty and reality, which I haven't done anything wrong. I'm not part of your system. Like, how do I get that through your head? Like, you don't have any consent, no jurisdiction. So I'm constantly trying to refine my approach and make it better and better.
You can refine it as much as you want. You're still breaking the law, and the consequences still apply to you.
And
you're gonna end up in jail.
I think what I've learned from this
Oh, someone posted his arrest earlier. I gotta go find that
experience is I don't have a driver's license. I have a form of ID, but it's not a driver's license. If I consent to having a driver's license, it means I'm a part of their jurisdiction.
Whoever had the link to his arrest, could you send it again? I can't find it.
Like, it's still,
if you're still
not
here.
really, but it could be considered that in according to their system, so I want to avoid that trouble. I don't need a driver's license because I am competent at moving my van safely, respectfully, and responsibly.
You know how we determine that on like a systemic level because society is huge and requires, you know, millions of people to work together and we can't just like trust everyone on an honor system? Licenses. Get a license. Yeah. Starling CJ, thanks for 15 months.
I'm an effective...
Oh, the point I was making is even if you are a responsible driver, that's great. You may be. That's what the test is for, to show us as a society that you are.
Mover of my van. I am competent. You get so many people who are licensed by a corporation, but they are incompetent.
Then it shouldn't be too hard for you to get a license, should it?
At moving their car safely. Competency is much more important than having a valid...
You have to demonstrate that competency.
An authorized license by a corporation who doesn't have the authority to...
Purple Spyro fan, thanks for 10 months.
Authorize any...
And hydrate.
So in the future, I will not admit to having a driver's license. I will say I...
That's gonna go great, I bet.
...have a form of ID, of identification.
Thanks, Molly.
That's all it is. And I don't want to be scripted. I just want to be in the moment and say what comes naturally. And also a tip as well for myself and others. I don't like holding a camera. I liked how in the second part of the video I put it in my holder so you could see myself and the assailants, and I didn't have to hold the camera because I find that as a distraction. Sure. It takes me out of the present moment because I'm trying to film as well. Because I'm always trying to refine it. Yeah, like what did I learn from that experience? How can I improve next time? What can I do better?
All right, let's see this guy get arrested.
Excuse me. What's the problem? No, you don't. You don't have authorization to be on the property. You don't have authorization to be on the property. You are illegally trespassing and you will be charged. Well, show me the search warrant. Hold on, you're not just gonna... If you do break anything, you will be prosecuted. Yeah, I'm listening. No, you're trespassing. Yeah, you've rocked up. I was on the toilet. Yeah, I've just gotten up. What? Are you going to open the door, yes or no? Give me a minute. What is this in regards to? What's it in regards to? You haven't told me anything. Incitement for what? You know you've spoken to your colleagues online or no? I told them not to go to the protest. Well, I'm telling you right now. I can speak to you right now. Why do you want me to open the door when I'm speaking to you guys right now? Why? What? Just
because they don't want to talk to you. They're going to arrest you.
Explain what you're doing first, and then perhaps I'll comply easily. But you're just yelling. You got people everywhere. Explain. Just talk to me properly. Like, what is going on? You've just rocked up with force. Got no idea. Like early in the morning. Can you just explain, and then I will open the door? What's it to do with? Yeah, hold on. What's it to do with, though? What have I done? No, you didn't tell me. Wait. Yeah, okay, search warrant for what? What are you suspecting me of doing?
He said he's going to come downstairs, he's not, so...
Yeah, to do with what? No, if you do that, I will charge every single one of you. I'll take you to court, and you're going to lose. Look at that no trespassing sign, yeah? There's 7 court case precedents from the Supreme and High Court.
If the cops have a warrant to come arrest you, they're not trespassing.
Courts of Australia.
You can't trespass them. They're there with a warrant to arrest you.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm trying to talk to you first. You're not telling me what you're doing. Yeah, what's it? Search warrant for what? What gives you the authority to have a search warrant? Whoa, you do that. You know what?
The voice crack, he's scared.
Leave my shit. Don't break my stuff, you fucking retard.
Oh.
Hey, stop breaking my shit. Leave my shit. Whoa. Yeah, okay. All right, stop. I'll stop. Okay. All right. Okay, stop. I'm compliant. Stop resisting. You took your hands behind your back. You're on your back.
I don't understand how he still doesn't understand how the law works after that. Wouldn't it become pretty clear, clear to you that the law is not, voluntary after that interaction? Excuse me. How about a Karen in court? Not quite a sovereign citizen, but that's interesting. Tea with Goblin says, not sure if I have mentioned it on the channel before, but I work part-time transcribing police transcripts, witness statements, body-worn camera footage, and calls to emergency services. I wish most search warrants were this entertaining. They're very thorough, very boring, and very, very bureaucratic. Best idea is just read through the damned paperwork, call a lawyer when they ask you if you want one, and as always, shut the fuck up. Yeep.
All I can do is wish you guys, good luck in the future.
Yeah, I don't need luck,
guys
and God don't answer wishes. God answers prayers. So thank you very much, Judge.
Ooh, that's some fucking sass. Jesus.
And you have a blessed day.
Ooh, just dripping in the sarcastic.
Well, thank you, I think. Professional property management versus Penn and Chapman. I thought we were here on this week.
We were.
All right.
Still here.
So did we get Miss Penn into the Zoom?
I'm here, sir. How you doing, Judge?
Okay. I'm fine. Now, did you guys speak at all about this?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Have you guys talked about this today?
Not today. We did speak with you and each other last time we talked, but we have not got a chance to speak with one another today.
All right. I granted a default judgment on February 20th because you did not appear.
Judge, I believe Miss Penn is frozen now, and she's muted again.
Frozen and muted.
Yes, she is.
She outside now?
She's outdoors somewhere, and I don't know. She's moving around some.
Wow, it's sunny.
Sunny out, yeah.
I haven't seen a window since this morning. I cannot hear you, Miss Penn. I can see you outside, but I can't hear anything.
She needs to unmute, sir.
Is she frozen again?
She's frozen at the moment.
Frozen again.
Now jump to her being in a vehicle, maybe? She might need to plug her device in so that it has more power.
Okay. I can see her. I can't hear her, though.
Is it me?
I think I had set aside, yes, ma'am, 30 days to respond. Did you do that?
Let me see what the 30 days was for.
As it applied to you.
Okay, so it was going to be a default judgment because she didn't show up to the previous hearing or trial, whichever it was, and the default, they were giving her a chance to come in and respond to it within X amount of days, and she is here for that. Hey, you know what courts hate, by the way? Not showing up. Don't not show up to your court dates. That's not cool.
Gave you 30 days to respond. Did you do that?
Are you talking to me, Your Honor?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question you asked. I apologize.
January 8th, 2020. I had set aside the default. You were supposed to file an answer. Did you ever file an answer to this lawsuit?
I believe we did. Your Honor, when I was in the courtroom with you last time, we did a default, and I added Mr. Chapman and me name on there, but I'm not exactly sure.
Ma'am, you're telling me you don't know if you filed an answer to the lawsuit? Is that what you're saying to me?
Evil Dead Guy says a cleanse that is in a court. Oh yeah, the cat thing's great.
Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to take a look.
Can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I can see that. I think if you click the up arrow next to this.
I love the just defeated, I'm not a cat. That's what a cat lawyer would say.
I'm telling you, I'm not sure, Your Honor. I'm not. What answer was I supposed to file? All I know is that we were in court We came to almost a decision, and then after that, it went back to a motion. That's all I'm aware of, Your Honor. I don't know anything about the legal terms or a default or anything in that category.
Okay. Well, you ended up with a default judgment again.
Ron, who's in the middle here with the sort of orange wall behind him, he's just kind of sitting back like this. He looks like he took too many, like, pot brownies. Like, he was like, these edibles ain't shit, and he ate a whole other one. And now he's just like, he's just holding on. It's okay, Ron, I believe in you. You can get through it.
On July 2nd.
He's just like locked in place. He is cruising through the galaxy.
JIS system shows that she may have filed an answer November 15th of 19.
Johnny, you gonna have to be quiet.
Okay. Well, let's go to the motion that you filed for today, Ms. Penn.
Yes, sir.
Your motion was for...
Just the balance
you
that
disagree with the amount, or you want a motion for balance owed.
Yes,
so
sir.
Basically, you want to know what the balance is that is owed on this judgment.
Yes, and also when we were in front of you last time, we came to the understanding that there was no damages. So I was confused on why there was damages being charged to me if there was no damages in the apartment.
Counsel, what's your response? Well, first of all, ma'am, did you get the plaintiff's answer to your motion? They filed a response to your motion that is, let me see here. It's about 9 pages long.
She didn't yell at him.
Plus there's
This
a
one's
couple
kind of dry.
Tests.
Appeared and then she didn't appear. Simply addressing
40 off, then that's going to be 2,800, right? I'm just trying to, I can pay the balance, but I just want it to be fair. This is not fair.
This is what I'm
pay the late fee. I'll pay the break. The lease fee and break.
Hold it. This is what I'm going to do. You see, this is not. This is something that I don't understand why counsel and the defendant didn't have a conversation when she made
tried,
this
Your
motion.
Honor, it went nowhere.
So you guys tried to get some kind of a consent.
Your Honor, I have a judgment. We spoke on the phone, and she just keeps going and going, Your Honor. She's not paying. I mean, she knows where to send the check. She knows where to call the number to work it out. She's not taking me up on any offer. She's simply calling and complaining.
And I have no problem with paying, Your Honor, but they got charges on here that's not correct to be paying for damages, and the house was the same way it was when I moved in.
Well,
we already established that when we was in front of Judge Miracle last time. I can pay the balance that we did, because we wasn't there. I was pregnant. Y'all not finna charge me for something that wasn't there. It wasn't no damages, not paying for damages.
She's not hearing you, Judge.
Ma'am, by all rights, okay, this is stuff that should have been, this is stuff that could have been argued back in 2020.
Exactly, but COVID came and I was sick. I got doctor's papers. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of different stuff. Everybody just talking about what?
Well, I get, okay, if people.
Okay, Your Honor, I had a baby.
Wait, ma'am, if people.
And I had doctor's papers.
Ma'am, if people, ma'am, oh my goodness. If people get sick or can't come to court.
Smitty451, thanks for 11 months, says, good afternoon. Hope everyone is well today. I hope the same for you.
And I went to the courthouse.
The proper thing to do is to ask for an adjournment or send a letter explaining what's going on. You don't
I've
just
been to the
ignore
courthouse plenty of times, Your Honor. I have went down there and talked to the people. I paid the amount. I asked them what was next, and this is what they told me to do.
Ma'am, writing a letter, putting your issue in writing, serving the other side, and making sure I get it.
Okay, well, if I
That's
went
what
downtown
you
and I
do.
talked to people
You
who
don't
knows
just
this
talk
type
to the
of
people in
stuff,
the clerk's
then
office.
why wouldn't they? I
You don't
wasn't
just
talking to
talk to the
anybody in
people
the
in the clerk's
courtroom.
office.
Nobody talked to anybody in the courtroom. Y'all was never available.
Ron in the middle is like, this is harshing my buzz. This is not cool. Picked a bad day to show up to work high.
I talked to the representatives
Because
or
we're not here,
whoever you want to
we
talk
can't give you, ma'am, we can't give you legal advice.
Oh my God.
That's not our function.
Have we ever done a 420 stream on this channel? I think next year for 420 we need to have a 420 stream and like do a 5-hour stream where we like watch Rem Lazar and stuff and I don't know, do edibles or whatever. That'd be fun.
So for legal advice, I just asked for the next step. If I was supposed to write a letter, do you know that's all that needed to be said? I could have been wrote a letter. I can make payments today.
Well,
that's not a problem. I'm not paying for damages that I did not make, and that's the end of that. I have no problem with paying this. We can make payments today. We can settle this today, but I'm not going to pay for damages. So if y'all going to take the damages off,
well,
we can solve it ourselves.
I tell you what I am not going to do. If you guys want to go in the breakout room and see if you guys can come up with numbers that everybody can agree with, that's fine. If not, I'm going to reschedule this. And ma'am, what you submitted to the court was just a little precipice here, okay? So if you disagree with their numbers, then what you need to do is put something together saying what you think the right numbers are.
Okay, Your Honor, I can do that. But when we was in front of you last time, you even talked to the lady.
Wait, ma'am, don't you understand why that's very important? Nobody can address a moving target on either side. So they need to lay out their numbers, and I don't have it in the file. You need to lay out your numbers. It's probably a much more
that was never a problem, Your Honor.
It's probably much more. It's probably a much more productive conversation if you guys exchange what you think your numbers are. You know, nobody can, swing at a baseball that they can't see.
Your Honor.
So, Cyberhill, thanks for following.
Our number is the judgment. If she's willing to pay the judgment discounted by whatever small portion is the damages issue, then that's a meaningful conversation. She's going to relitigate the case.
I even got the other rent from the officer.
Ma'am, you don't have the floor. You don't have the floor.
I swear, I guess I don't know. I haven't spent a lot of time in courtrooms. Been fortunate. And by that I mean, I think the only time I've actually been in a courtroom was when I had to do my name change, or when I got to do my name change, rather, and I had to go in and talk to the judge. Because that's the thing in Michigan, when you want to do a name change, you got to go stand in front of a judge, and they basically ask you on the record, why do you want your name changed? So I had to go do that. Yeah, other than that, I don't think I've had any. I've been in a courthouse for jury duty, but I've never actually been picked, so. Hydrate. Either way, the point I was trying to make is, it seems like to me the level of discourse with defendants has probably gotten a lot worse since Zoom court. I assume they don't take it as seriously and talk over the judge a lot more.
You are talking out of turn. Counsel.
The courtroom I did the name change in was actually very nice. It was like a courtroom out of a movie. It was like a legit ornate, like old school movie courtroom where everything was like nice old wood. There were fucking pillars. It was crazy. It was super nice. Should have taken. Can you take pictures in court? Probably not. Even if it's just a hearing like that. I don't know. Either way. Wish I had a picture of it to show you. The thing legally makes fun of movies for having? Yes, basically. I assume it was in there because it was a name change thing, so that was really quick. I think they use the more ornate chambers like that for, like, ceremonial things. Like, the name change stuff is not like a long form court process. It's literally was me and like 6 other people just in a row for like 15 minutes in a line telling the judge why we wanted to change our names. So we did that, and then I think we have to stand up and like say something, affirm like an oath. I think we all had to be read in. So it was more like ceremonial than an actual like trial. So I imagine that's probably why they use it for that and other similar requests.
That is just pretty much what she's doing. Now, I told you both what it is I wanted you all to do. I want you guys to put your proposals in writing and exchange it with each other so that you can have a productive conversation, if it's back and forth or whatever. But you guys need to be looking at the same pieces of paper and have a productive kind of discussion.
I'll have you all know that I did embarrassingly make a joke on the record in court during my name change, so like, if those court records survive, my terrible sense of humor will also survive. So.
And ma'am, the same goes for you.
Yes, sir.
But this is not productive, what you guys are doing right now.
And tell us the joke. It wasn't good.
Now, I'll send you guys into a...
The judge asked me, you know, went through the thing like, so why would you like your name changed? And I was wearing, you know, like a dress and stuff that day, and I looked nice. So I said, I don't think my old name matches my outfit very well. And he smiled a little bit. I think the court recorder was annoyed. I don't think she wanted to be there. It seemed like she wanted as few words as possible, and I just extended her time there. And then we moved on, and I gave the actual reason.
Breakout room, but I think it's going to be more productive if you guys have in front of you, you know, because, ma'am, if you're going to dispute his numbers, you need to be specific about that. I mean, it sounds like you guys agree on one thing, and that is he's willing to knock off whatever he's saying is physical damage to the property.
Make it make sense.
Okay, I'm done with this one. I didn't find this one super interesting, if I'm being honest. Let's find something that slaps, because you all deserve it. Hey, let's watch Glenn in a traffic stop for speeding. Remember Glenn?
You pulled me over for
passing that person, for going faster.
But you didn't see me. You didn't see me. So,
And you failed to stop.
Tea with Goblin says, last time I was in court, I was there to support my friend who had brought domestic violence charges against their abusive asshole of an ex-partner. The judge moved to adjourn the hearing for a later date, and the chud took that to mean that he wasn't going to jail today, so we turned around, flipped the devil horns at us, and went, yeah, suck it. That pissed off the judge, who slapped him with a contempt of court charge. Ah, the justice boner was exquisite that day. I wish I could have been there. That sounds lovely.
Please stop.
That's
welcome popular.
That's not true.
It is.
That's not
you
true.
You did not make a complete stop.
And I didn't stop here either, right?
Well, you're pulled over, aren't you?
What is your name?
Brett Jacoby.
Okay. What's your badge?
1460.
Okay.
Can I have your insurance and your registration, please? So you passed somebody because you believe they were going 5 miles an hour.
They were going 5 miles an hour.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to get out of my car and search my car because I don't have everything in order. Is that okay?
Your what?
I need to go through my car to find what you're asking for.
You don't have your insurance?
I have it. It's in my car. I need to find it.
I don't...
Does Glenn not keep his, like, insurance and registration all in one specific place? There's a reason that it's like everyone keeps their... I guess I should say most people. Clearly Glenn doesn't. You should keep your, like, license and registration, or rather your registration and insurance and stuff, like, in one place. Maybe in an envelope or a zipper thing in your glove box or somewhere where you know where it is, so if you get pulled over, you have all those documents easily accessible.
I need an attitude from you.
Oh, cool. I don't need to be pulled over by you for nonsense, because I told you I wasn't breaking the law. I passed the guy. I told you that. And if you don't like that, well, that's it.
And then you fail to stop.
That's not even a Hannah pro tip. That's like a basic, like, driver's training tip. They'll tell you when you're like 15 or 16.
Like a liar. You sound like a fucking liar.
Can I do more streams where I only show new channels? Yeah, the problem is that's diminishing returns, because there's only so many channels. I can't do it infinitely, but I can certainly try to do it more. I know we cover a lot of the same people.
Liar.
Okay. Where do you not have your insurance?
I have my insurance. I'm gonna call your superior in 5 seconds. If
okay. Go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll up this window and lock the door for my safety. Couldn't get out of the car.
That was until you didn't open until you opened the door.
You told me I couldn't get out of the car.
Look for your insurance and registration.
I need to look for it.
My car.
Are you refusing me to leave the vehicle? Yes or no?
You can leave the vehicle.
Step away from the car. Step away from the car. Step away from the vehicle.
H-Beard with 45 bits says, Glenn is wearing a striped shirt. Kind of tempting fate when you make it your business to bother the cops.
I'm looking for it.
Where is it at?
In my car.
Where is it at in your car?
You're getting really hostile, aren't you?
I'm not.
You are. I can see you.
Okay.
You want to wait in your car so I can look for it? I don't really like you hovering over me. I really don't like it.
Where's your insurance?
It's in my car somewhere. I'll have to look for it. I have to go look for it.
I need a back scratcher so bad.
So why don't you go back in your car and look for it?
I'm going to. I don't need you hovering over me.
Right here.
You're right here.
MN Broodwitch, thanks for 20 months, says, just got here. Is this a bad cop or a sovereign citizen? Could be both, but it's definitely a sovereign citizen. It's Glenn.
Yeah.
Haven't seen enough of the cop to make a call.
You are?
Oh, that's... Oh, yeah. There we go. Right there. Itchy.
I don't have any weapons.
Okay. I just want to make sure you don't have any weapons in your
Check
car.
it. Go ahead.
I don't want it.
You just said you want to check it. You want to check it or not?
I did not say I want to check it. I want to make sure
You want to make sure I don't have any weapons, check the car before I go in it.
I asked you if you had any.
I have no weapons in my vehicle.
Okay,
absolutely no weapons in my vehicle. I'm going to look for my registration and my car insurance. If you don't like it, then you can check the car for...
I'm telling you to go
I have
ahead.
no weapons in my car. He's accusing me.
Oh, I pulled something.
Go ahead and look for your insurance and your registration.
Okay, I can do that. Do you have to stand over me?
Do it? I'm going to stand right here.
You're going to stand right here.
I am.
Pretty fucking weird, huh? Let's see.
Am I hydrated? That can cause both headaches and cramps? Probably not. I've been very dehydrated the past couple days. I was in the UP. I was outside more. Actually, I need to go get more water. I'll be back in just a sec. Hydrate. Hydrate from Jalen G.
Can I get your name and badge number?
How about we finish the traffic stop and then I'll be
Well, I'm recording you, so
Okay, that's
yeah.
fine.
So either way, it's gonna come. So
I don't care. Let's just get the stop done with and then we'll deal with that.
the stop's not done because the guy went like 80 miles an hour down the road, to catch up to me.
Okay.
See the camera on the back of the car?
Can I use the puppet behind me for a bit? I could. I don't have any idea for one right now, though. Someone asked it's dry in the UP. No, but I was outside and walking around more and just outside more in general. But I didn't necessarily up my water intake, so I'm just drier than usual.
Caught
It was warm, we were outside, I was sweating a little more.
all of it, so.
A little more. A lot more.
The guy's definitely not know what he's doing, obviously.
Oh, I see you passing somebody.
How can you see me when you weren't even near me?
I was on 12th.
Where were you on 12th?
On Rainier.
On Rainier? Off what street?
Off of 12.
Off 12th and what?
So, how about you get the information that you're required to provide us?
I'm looking for it.
Okay.
I'm looking for it. And I got this guy talking to me too, so. You still haven't given me your name and badge number. Would you like to?
As soon as we can get your information.
I don't think I was talking to you. I think I was talking to him. You're the sergeant, right?
I'm not the sergeant. No.
You're not. Where's the sergeant?
He's on his way.
Okay.
I'd be happy to give that to you once we get the required information.
Well, you don't need it because you didn't pull me over. And this guy, he went like 80 miles an hour to pull me over.
Needs it, so let's do that.
What's that?
I said no, but my partner needs that.
Yeah? Needs it for what?
Because you're required to provide it. By law.
Okay. Go back. Go back.
Go ahead.
Go back.
All right, so you know what? We're done. Go ahead and have a seat.
I'm checking my car.
Nope. Go ahead and have a seat.
Okay, so
Go ahead and have a seat. Go ahead and have a seat and then put you in the driver's seat.
You're done?
Yep.
What are you done with?
We're done with you searching your entire car.
I told you I'm gonna find my registration.
Okay, well, we'll get that off the plate. Have a seat.
Okay, no problem. I'm gonna lock my door for my safety.
I don't care what you do.
Okay.
Has he already provided his driver's license? Okay. All right, just wait in the vehicle.
It's lying about a traffic stop.
Okay.
Yep. And I told him I'm gonna check my vehicle for registration, car insurance. He asked me if I had any weapons. I said, do you want to search the vehicle before I enter it? He says no. I said okay. So I'm checking it. I find my car insurance. The guy with the glasses says, we're done, we're done. He starts screaming, we're done, we're done. Get back in your car now, get back in your car. And he starts holding his vest like a tactical formation.
Ah, yes, holding your vest, the most tactical of formations.
So basically...
Did he mean like a tactical stance? It's a tactical stance. Today I learned the first doctor... The first doctor was incredibly fucking tactical. Look at that. Look at that dangerous fucking man. Where's the goddamn picture? God damn it, Glenn. Why are you like this?
They're playing like a double Jeopardy role where they're telling me to get my stuff, and then when I'm starting to find it, they tell me, get back in my car.
Okay, so how can I help you?
I need to go get my registration, first of all, so he doesn't write me a ticket for not having registration, because I do have registration. Secondly, he said I was speeding. I told him I went around the guy that was going 5 miles an hour.
Okay, so I'm not here to adjudicate the situation.
Well, you're his sergeant. You're his commanding officer.
To me, sir.
What's
Can
that?
I talk?
I'm talking.
Go
I'm
ahead.
talking. You're his commanding officer. You're supposed to reprimand him. If he's doing wrong, you're supposed to reprimand him. So if you think you're playing adjudicator, you're not. You're playing your role. Your role as a commanding officer is to oversee your officers. So if you're not willing to do that, then someone else will do that.
Okay, so here's the way it works. If you get a citation from the officer, it will have information on the citation that will show you how you can challenge the citation. If it's an infraction, you'll be able to submit that and request a hearing to contest it.
Obviously, that's...
I am not here to contest whether you committed the infraction or not.
So, first of all, if he writes me a ticket for not having registration, he can go to jail for 5 years.
No, he can't.
That's perjury. That's illegal. So I told him I have it.
Help you?
I want my registration, first of all.
You want your registration?
Yes.
Where is your registration?
It's in the back, I believe. I tried to open the door. He wouldn't step away from the hatch so I could open the door. It's on video. It's all on video, so.
Okay.
He literally said he was going to pull your registration from the license, which they can do. Last time I got pulled over, it's only the second time in my life, and it was because of a taillight. I wasn't driving poorly or anything. I couldn't find my registration for some reason. Or no, it was I couldn't find my insurance. That's what it was. I do have insurance that's completely up to date. I couldn't find it, and there's a way. I was already working on pulling it up on my phone because there's an app you can go to with the insurance I have that'll show your insurance card, basically. But before I even finished being able to do that, the cop just looked up my license plate and was able to see that I had up-to-date insurance. Occult Comics, thanks for 5 months, says, woo, 5 months, 4 more to our first dark child. True. Hydrate. Occult Comics, I know I did get your Twitter message. I just gotta figure out what day this week works for me. So I'll let you know soon.
So if he writes me a ticket for not having registration, I'm gonna file a lawsuit.
Deal.
Deal?
Deal.
Okay.
Okay. What else?
I'm gonna step out of my vehicle and get my registration.
No, you can stay in your vehicle.
I can?
Yes.
Okay. And who are you?
I am Sergeant Ross with the Everett Police Department, like I
Yeah?
already told you.
Okay. What's your badge number?
1330.
1330. So you're refusing me to get my registration?
Yes, sir. We have the right to have you stay in your vehicle
Uh-huh.
if we feel like it's the safest thing for the situation.
Why don't you...
If they can look it up, why bother requesting it? Because you're really supposed to have them on you anyway. You're supposed to be able to provide proof of insurance. Like, if a cop somehow needed to see it and they didn't have access to their system for some reason, like it was down or something, you're supposed to still have it.
Now, based on...
But they usually, you know, they usually are, like, understanding if it's whatever, but...
On the situation, I think you staying here is fine.
Yeah?
The officer doesn't need your registration right now.
Well, if he writes me a ticket, that's illegal. That's totally illegal.
It's not.
That's your opinion. Like I said...
It sounds like you're on kind of a favoritism side. So it sounds like you might be a little bit corrupted. Or you are corrupted. You sound like
Based on what you've told me so far, I'm going off of what you said.
No, you sound corrupt. You sound really corrupt. Because anyone would let you get out of your car and get your registration. And this guy with the glasses told me to get back in my car.
Mike
And you guys
Henry,
have a
thanks for
reputation for shooting people. Just like, you know. So, yeah, you guys have a huge reputation on your hands.
Okay, so is there something that you would like me to help you with? Or are you just here to...
Do you want to go in the back and get my registration?
No, we don't need your registration, like I said.
You don't need my registration.
Not
He
right
just
now.
asked for my registration.
I did not ask for your registration.
He did.
And then he said he'll just pull it up on his computer.
We need your registration, your driver's license, your car insurance. I provided 2 of those.
So we've moved on past that. Anything else?
What do you mean you removed past that? Are you
don't
writing?
need your registration, like I told you.
Is he writing me a ticket for it?
I don't know what ticket he's writing.
Are you going to go find out from your officer?
No, I'm not.
That's your job.
No, it is not.
It is your job to
No, it is
investigate.
not.
Your job's not to hover over me,
You asked me to be here.
right? To keep your cops in check.
I'm not going to come here and tell an officer not to write you a ticket if he has probable cause for that violation.
He can write me a ticket. Doesn't mean it's going to stick. But if he
Okay, then go to court. The cop doesn't give a shit.
writes me a ticket for no
Andy Pretzel says this is why we keep the registration and insurance proofs inside the glove compartment. As do most people, I think. At least in the US. I don't know if there's other places people traditionally put them in other countries like the UK. I don't know.
registration, that's illegal. And that just makes your precinct look that much more worse.
So what if he doesn't write you a ticket for no registration?
Then he needs to figure out what he's going to write me a ticket for because I did not.
Do you have your citation ready? Okay, you ready for your citation?
I'm refusing it at this moment.
That's
Okay,
not how this works. You can't refuse it.
You can refuse it. It's still the citation.
Right, I'm refusing it.
Well, I'm glad that you're recording so that you can record the citation that
Right.
we're attempting to give you.
We got both of my
Farquad67, thanks for 11 months, says almost my birthday. Yay!
I don't need your card.
And my partner.
I don't need your card. I already have your badge number and name.
And your insurance, and then you're gonna receive a traffic violation citation and a criminal citation. Okay, you are free to go.
A criminal citation?
You're correct.
For what?
For reckless driving.
That's a lie.
Okay.
That's a
There you
lie.
go.
That's a
Have a
lie.
good day.
So you put it on my car. That's illegal.
No, it's not.
Anything else?
Yeah, you just put it on my vehicle. I didn't let you give you permission to put it in my car.
Anything else you need from me?
He says I'm criminal charges now. That's illegal.
It's illegal to give me criminal charges for doing crime. That's brilliant. Every cop defeated with this one simple trick. I've made it illegal for you to enforce the law.
You have to ask of me.
I need you to report that officer. File a report.
Okay, if you want to file a complaint, you can feel free to come into the North Precinct at 3002 Wetmore
I will
Avenue.
do that.
I believe the address is on the citation there.
I will do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Where's the criminal citation?
It's on your car. You complained about it.
Okay, this is the infraction. I believe if you flip that over on the other sheet, that's
Reckless
criminal
driving.
violation,
That's a
and
lie.
There's a court
Wow.
date on there.
Okay, then go to court.
That
Does that guy have like a Japanese energy drink in his little pouch there? I just noticed. You ever been to like a Hot Topic or something and they have almost like novelty little drinks, often that are Japanese? It looks like this cop has like a tiny Japanese energy drink in his.
That is a lie.
Looks like it is November 27th.
Wow.
See what I mean? It's probably like mace or something. But it looks like a Japanese anime energy drink.
You're
Kevin Bacon, thanks for 7 months, says, thanks for the content while I work. Hope you're well. Hope you are well, too. Glad you choose to watch me while you're working. Funny Little Wizard with 100 bits kicks off a hype train and says, just made some good soup and thought I'd share. Do you have a favorite soup? Tomato bisque is really good, but chicken dumpling is my favorite. Especially if there's like a lot of dumpling. Any kind of dumpling soup. I'm a big dumpling girl, okay? But chicken dumpling in particular. And tomato bisque is probably second. Especially with like a grilled cheese or something. Tomato bisque is delicious. Steve with a Q, 21 months, says, just made the train. Thrash me with 50 bits. Level 1 on the hype train's complete.
Is scumbags.
Okay.
Scumbags.
Carbs are delicious. Have you ever had a carb and thought, I don't like this? Am I inviting all of you to the wedding? No. No, you're not. You're not invited. Although I think after the wedding, I do think it'd be fun to do a stream where I wear the wedding dress, and if Baha shows up and is available, she could also wear hers. I think that'd be fun. And we can watch whatever. It doesn't matter. But I think that'd be cute. Plus, you guys will get to see me in my wedding dress. And that'll be fun. Judge other people's weddings. It's pretty funny. 5% to level 2 on the hype train.
Sir?
Yes.
Okay. What's going on? Okay, just so you know, I stopped because your tags are expired.
Did I injure
Based taste in soups. Hype train. Thanks for the bits.
somebody or cause any damage?
No, your registration tags are expired?
I'm not operating in commerce, sir.
Okay. Do you have your license, registration, and proof of insurance?
I would. I don't. What is the purpose of this stop?
You can tell this is like the first time he's done the sovereign citizen thing. Oh god, he's not even confident with it. I think he really thought that traffic stop was gonna end the second he said, I'm not operating commercially. Is this guy a sovereign citizen or on Quaaludes? Yes.
Your registration tags expired in August of 13.
Do you understand that I'm not operating in commerce right now?
I don't care.
Actually, you should care because it's a constitutional right that I have to travel freely.
You have a right to travel in the sense that you can travel unimpeded between the states of the United States. So for instance, it would be not okay for like Michigan and Ohio to set up a border between the two that disallowed like people from Michigan to go to Ohio or vice versa. However, the manner of transport is not free no matter what. Like, it would be like saying, I have a right to travel, therefore I don't need a pilot's license to fly a plane. No, you still do. You have a right to walk wherever you want in the United States, but to operate specific vehicles in specific places, like the public roads, you need licensing. The dulcet tones of Glenn Serio must be a sovereign idiot day. Also, did you see James Bartlow, world's most punchable voice, got himself arrested for being a moron? I did not see that. Thrashmeo, thanks for a bunch of bits. 44% to level 2 on the hype train.
Without
44% to level 2, with a minute left.
Being stopped for a statutory infraction that you do not have. Am I free to go?
No. I need your license, registration, and insurance.
Are you holding me against my will?
Yes. Buka, thanks for 200 bits. 55% with 40 seconds left. Don't let this train die, chat. I trust you.
No. I'm not holding you against your will. What I'm doing is I stopped you for a traffic violation.
Neemsor Kolboth saves it by gifting 10 tier 1 subs. Thank you very much. God damn, you're generous. Thank you so much, chat, and Neemsor Kolboth for saving the train. Unintendo with 200 says, I have nothing creative to say, and H-Baird says, choo-choo.
And I need your license, registration, and insurance.
If your cat falls asleep on your printer, does that make it a copycat? Heyo. 4 out of 10 dad joke.
Whenever you need to listen to code 1 is fine.
3% to level 5.
I have.
No, code word.
Can I have your identification, please, sir?
My name is Deputy Ainsworth, as is on my uniform. I'm due for fail to provide.
I have to assume that I'm under arrest right now because I'm not free to leave.
You're being detained for a traffic stop.
I am evoking my right against self-incrimination, and I will not be providing you with any documents that can be used against me to incriminate myself in this. Do you want to violate my right of self-incrimination to not be, because that's what you're doing, sir.
Okay, I have a legal right to stop you because your registration is expired. You are required by law to provide me with some form of identification. Okay, if you do not do that, you will be under arrest.
Is he trying to Google what to do?
I have right to legal counsel.
Not at this point, okay?
You haven't been arrested.
Yes, I do.
What? Oh my god.
You have right to legal counsel, sir. You can't take my rights away.
But that's not the point this isn't where you are. You haven't been charged with anything. You're not being questioned. You're not, like, being interrogated. It's literally a traffic stop.
If you don't want to obey the law right now,
I am obeying the law.
Speak with your attorney in jail. Okay?
You're threatening to kidnap me and put me in jail? Do you have a signed warrant to take?
You didn't. Arrest warrants are a thing, but that doesn't mean every arrest requires a warrant.
Me to jail? Where's my due process, sir? Do you not need a signed warrant from a judge to arrest?
For a traffic stop? No, you don't need a signed warrant from a judge for a traffic stop. Much less to arrest someone at a traffic stop if they're found to have been committing some sort of crime. Kippy says, no comments. Really, Hannah? Really, I love you, Hannah. Grats again on the wedding. Thank you. It's coming up quick. October.
Arrest me?
No, I'm not sure where you're from, but I do not. Okay?
I will hold you under full commercial liability and your bond in a
He's being kidnapped. You should call the cops. At least that would be funny. I'm not kidding. I've seen videos of sovereign citizens calling the cops on the cops and being like, this cop is trying to arrest me. Come and arrest them. It's bad.
Criminal matter. Should you proceed with this stop any further, sir?
6% to level 5 with a minute left.
Or not?
Sir, with all due respect, I mean you no harm. I mean you no. There will be no violence. Please, God's peace be with you.
Looks like he has his phone with no case. That's a bold move. What was the crime he committed? He has no registration. His registration is out of date on his car. Unintendo with 50 bits says it takes an impressive amount of privilege to try to threaten your way out of a traffic stop. 30 seconds left on the hype train, 11% to level 5. Chromatic Cuttlefish says, I'm not sure where you're from. Thinks possibly Mars. He's trying so hard to figure out the right magic word, right? Like, he really thinks there's something he can say that'll make it so he can break the law. Crazy. Anonymous Gifter, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. A little too late. But I'd count that. That's basically a level 5 hype train. It was just a little... The processing took a little longer than the timer had. Thanks, everyone. That's like two level 5 hype trains in one day. God damn. You guys are awesome.
Can we get a supervisor here, sir?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Speak with your supervisor.
I'm gonna reject the hats off just because it's getting close to the end of the stream and I don't like to do it in like the last half an hour, last 20 minutes or whatever. Because then it feels like people are wasting their channel points and I feel bad if I'm not wearing the hat or whatever for at least like an hour. Hydrate. Next time, though.
Performing a traffic stop. He's threatened to arrest me if I don't show him a driver's license, registration, and insurance. The reason for this stop is tag, expired registration tag?
Yes.
Then the state has no more authority over the vehicle if the registration is not current.
No, that's not true. Why would they think that? No. If you're trying to drive your vehicle, if you are trying to operate your vehicle to move from one place to another, and it is on public roadways, it is subject to laws on public roads, which includes requiring license, registration, insurance. There are some places, I usually add this addendum, just because it helps to be clear. There are some places where there are exceptions for farm vehicles. So for instance, if it's a farm vehicle and you're driving it from somewhere very close to your farm to something like the general store or something that's very close, or you're taking like a product from one place to another, sometimes in some areas there are exceptions. But for the most part, no, you need a license, registration, insurance for being on public roads, period. Private land, it's a free-for-all. So if you're like on your own private property, you could, I guess, you know, have some sort of vehicle that is not registered. Not a big deal. It's on your land. But on public roads, yeah, you need a license, registration, etc.
You're aware of this, right? What you're trying to do? Are you aware of the law?
I'm pretty familiar with the law, yes.
Pretty familiar with the law. Well, this is going to go a lot further than pretty familiar, so please be cautious in what you do, that you don't violate my rights in trying to enforce statute. So where are we at, Gene?
Did the call drop? Golf carts aren't street legal. There are some places in Florida where they actually are, depending on the street. Around the villages. Other than that, I don't know. If you don't know about the villages, it's very interesting. My grandparents lived in the villages for many years before my grandfather died. The villages is, I think still, I'm not positive, the largest retirement community in the world. It's literally just a giant city where people go to retire. So it's this very strange, insular, different, set-apart thing. It almost feels like a little fake community. It's real, but it has this artifice to it. Feels like the Truman Show, and everyone drives around in golf carts. It's absolutely crazy. Chiba Hawk says, where I live, you'll see people driving their side-by-sides all over the place. I've seen them in McDonald's drive-thrus before. My town has a good population of 1,162, though, so there's that. There's actually an interesting documentary about the villages. I forget if it's on Hulu. But yeah, you'll see people sometimes with special golf carts like this that are made to look like little, like, cars from back in the day, like antique cars and stuff. It's an interesting place. Some very beautiful, like, sections and views and the little eatery areas. But yeah, it's just boomers all the way down. H-Baird says, there's a private highway, I think in California, Drew Carey and John Stossel did a whole mini documentary about. Oh, interesting. Wasn't that on South Park or a spoof of it? Possibly. Villages has a white supremacist problems and lots of STDs. Yep. Do you remember the video from, it might have even been from the 2016 election or at some point, where there was an old guy in a golf cart and he was shouting like, quote, white power and stuff, and he had like a Trump thing? That was at the Villages. That was filmed at the Villages in Florida. Ender92, thanks for 25 months, says, howdy, both you and Baja looked gorgeous in your wedding fits. Love you, Hannah. Going to a lake house wedding myself this weekend. Oh, have fun. The one we went to was pretty fun. Yes, the one Trump retweeted, correct.
This is my contention, sir.
I can't hear him. I'm not going to chat with him. I'm talking to you. Okay?
understand what phone guy is saying, so I'm just trying to get through him.
I've been very patient with you.
You have, sir.
I have a legal right to stop you.
Yeah, he called his sovereign citizen friend. This was his phone a friend option, I think. Let's see if he'll use his 50-50.
Like I said, you're...
Alright, I want to be a... Is that even a relevant reference? Does anyone know? I want to be a millionaire? Yeah.
Required to provide your license, okay? Or proof of identification. Okay, if you're refusing to do that, you will be under arrest. Okay?
He will be arresting me should I not provide him with this information.
Guys, by the way, this is a complete non sequitur, but earlier Baja and I were just sitting around waiting for like the stream, and there's this game show stacking. Network game shows are awful. There's this new game show that's called, oh yeah, The Final Straw, where it's this network game show where they basically stack things up and you gotta Jenga. It's basically Jenga. Anyway, it's terrible. So I've decided, instead of making new game shows, we just admit that there are 4 acceptable game shows: Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, The Price is Right, and Let's Make a Deal. Every other game show is superfluous.
He wants you to identify yourself, and this is his authority. He's claiming his authority for that.
Whose Line Is It Anyway is not a game show. It's an improv show that pretends to be a game show.
That is his power under the vehicle code. And as I say, document everything they say, and have him write it down, because even at a traffic stop, he's not authorized to compel you to identify yourself, and that's Delaware versus Browse. So he's alleging that you're engaged in trafficking, so he has a right to demand a driver's license. This is exactly what they do in this Ponzi scheme called the driver's licensing scheme.
Okay.
Just get his information, see what he wants to do here. You gotta impound your vehicle and tow it.
Hey, sir.
It's on private property.
Okay. So, I've asked you several times to please cooperate. Alright? As stated,
I'm cooperating as best I can with it.
My name is Deputy Ainsworth. I am with the Jackson County Sheriff's Office.
Gene, I'll get back
I
to you.
am in uniform, displaying a badge. Alright? I stopped you because your registration tags are expired. You are required by law to provide me with proof of identification. If you cannot do that, you will be under arrest for failing to do so. Do you understand?
No, I don't understand.
Oh no, he's doing the understand thing! I do not stand under your authority, officer.
Step out of the vehicle.
You
need to step out of the vehicle. You are
I
under
do
arrest.
not feel safe, sir. Please don't.
Step out of the vehicle.
Please,
You are
sir.
under arrest. Sure, step out.
Wait.
Don't step out of the vehicle.
Away, please. Please,
Do
you're
not
harming
pull
me.
away from me.
Please. You're.
Don't pull. Relax your arms. Relax your arms.
For those who don't know, sovereign citizens often believe that when a cop asks you, do you understand, what he's really doing is secretly asking for consent to arrest you or to have authority over you. So they think, do you understand, literally means, do you stand under my authority? Which has led to some sovereign citizens to adopting the term overstand. So the cop will be like, do you understand? Just asking, do you comprehend what I have said to you? And the sovereign citizen, thinking this is some mystery 5D chess, will either do this and be like, no, I don't understand, because they think they're basically denying a request to be under the authority of the cop, or they'll say, I overstand, officer. So.
They are as relaxed as I can be. You're holding them up and hurting my shoulder. I have injuries. Please, sir, do not hurt me further.
cooperate. That's all we're asking.
Well, my cooperation, please understand that I realize it'd be easier if I just produced this. However, I feel that...
What a shame. What an absolute shame. This channel has a decent number of videos. Oh, nice. Boo boop ba doo ba doo boo boop ba doo.
Audience also needs help. 415 and shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. Unit to handle code 3 identify.
I love LA Noire. What a fun game. I wish they'd do a sequel to LA Noire. Do like a New York Noire. You know? I don't know. Does that company still exist? I don't know if that... I think that game studio might have actually gone out of business. Someone must own the IP. Rockstar? Wow, is Twisted Pair on YouTube? I'd recommend Twisted Pair if you haven't seen it. Okay, I think we're done with Sovereign Citizens for the day. We've been going for about 3 hours. Let's do a raid! And I will be back tomorrow for something I'm very excited for, and that is Tinfoil Tuesday. Feels like it's been a while. Oh, hey, Illuminati's live. We finally get a chance to raid Blair.
Now,
I would highly recommend, by the way, that you, I don't normally say this. Blair's great. Follow Blair. I'm about to raid Blair. Give her a follow, please. She was great and raided during the subathon, and she gifted 100 subs. She's so generous, and her content, both on Twitch and on YouTube, is excellent. So highly recommend. All right. Have a wonderful evening, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow for Tinfoil Tuesday. Tea with Goblins, last minute, says, thank you, Hannah, have the last of my bits. Well, thank you. See you guys later. Have a wonderful night. Oh, wait, is the button gonna work? Why won't the button work? Can I get the button to work? Hold on. Oh, that'll work. All right, bye.